With that bombshell.
Hello, and welcome back to the Nerd Theorist by NerD&D. So, and we are going to be carrying on with my personal homebrew creation, which is our Hatheria campaign, which we've been doing for some years now in real time. But
we're only on chapter 1.
Well, we're episode.
Finish the prologue. Yeah.
I was going to say
That's
this is
what
the
it feels
prequel.
like.
We haven't even started. The credits haven't even started yet.
Well, they've just hit. But yeah, before we actually dive straight back in, hello on chat. So thank you very much for joining us. So Dave, before we actually do dive back in, and I'll give a recap of what's happened, please let us know what the channel news is.
Today's news is there is no news. We have no news. All 6 of us are here. This is good. This means that we're
It's
now
amazing
fully
news.
Yeah, it's a rare occasion. That is great. In terms of channel news, we've got lots on the go, but nothing for you yet. Tom has been watching paint dry, so you don't have to. Gaz has got 47 things on the go at the moment. If you'd like to summarize very quickly, Gaz.
You do have to watch it. He watches paint dry, so you can then watch paint dry.
Yeah, in fast forward.
He watches paint dry in real time so that you can watch it fast.
Yeah.
Well, what it is, I've been doing crackle paint videos, so doing a technical review of technical paints like crackle paint and such. So I've got a crackle medium video upcoming, so give us a like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for that coming out. And I've got more technical paint guides coming out in the future as well. But sorry, Gaz, you were saying what you're up to at the moment.
It's so much stuff. So I've made I'm making a D&D train at various different levels for how in depth you want to go, because it becomes very apparent, as you will see when you watch us, that sometimes we just fuck off in the wrong direction. And Dave and Tom's like, "You bastards, you were supposed to go here." So for those of you doing a D&D campaign where you're using models, you don't want to spend ages making this beautiful dungeon for your party to fuck off and go and get drunk. So I'm doing a 3-tier terrain video, starting off very basic, making out of cardboard, just a quick, if they use it, if they don't, who cares, going up to slightly more detail, right up to, this is the dog's bollocks, they're going to have to go this way because I'm going to wangle it, and I'm just going to make them all die if they don't enter into this battle. So 3 tiers of how much effort you want to put in, but instead of my normal terrain that I will make for Warhammer or stuff like that, this is custom made for D&D with the grid for movement on the floor. It's all very lovely. And then there's magnetic bases. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but yes.
You didn't.
So
No, this is brand new.
Dave found an image that someone had shared on Instagram.
How dare you?
Was it Tom?
Found an image.
Sorry.
Thank you
Tom.
so much. I know.
Tom found an image on Instagram of a chap that had used iron filings mixed with a substrate to make a base that would magnify. You could put magnets on it; it would stick to it for interchangeable scenery. And I was like, "Oh, I'm having some of that." So I've been experimenting. I've bought a kilogram of iron powder, and I've been mixing it with various different fillers and glues and whatnot. And I've pretty much nailed it down now. And then any of your miniatures that you have magnetic bases on will stick to it. So even if they're a bit cocked, they won't fall over. But more importantly, you can then make a piece of terrain that's interchangeable. So I was going to say, if you've watched our Quar video, which you won't have done because we haven't put it out yet, but there's a really good Quar video coming up where we built a fucking huge battlefield. It was massive.
It was awesome, to be fair.
But it was made for purpose. You can't really, everything had to go where it was supposed to go. The advantage of these magnetized bases, or at least metallic bases that magnets stick to, is you can just have a landscape of mud, and then you can have little gravestones with magnets in and have a graveyard. But then if you want to switch out, take them off and put little magnets in your trees and have a forest, so you can swap them out. So that's what I'm doing. I've got loads of titchy little magnets and lots of iron filings, and that will be coming soon. And then there's the D&D What If, where I was making Jedis in D&D Beyond. If you have a master subscription, you can edit species, create feats, and create weapons and all sorts. So I was making Jedis, and I've now started making Transformers. So you can have a Transformers D&D game where you have robots that can turn into cars, and then their stealth goes up and their speed goes up, and yeah, it's lots of fucking about. It's all fun and games. But I haven't finished any of them or edited any of them. But they're all to come. Stay tuned, 2005 is going to be lots of waiting for Gaz.
You mean 2025?
Yeah, well, 2005, we're probably waiting for Gaz.
We've
We've been at a long time to Gaz. If you're
The
back
more they
in
change, the
2005.
more they stay the same.
Yes.
Okay, so very quickly from me then, we are, what, 4 weeks nearly out from season 3 of the Wheel of Time, and it looks like it's going to be a really good one.
I can't believe
Watch
that,
season 2, Aiden. Watch it. I will watch it with you. We will do a watch along together and we'll put it on here because fuck me, season 2 is a massive step up from season 1, and season 3 is covering book 4, which is potentially the best overall book in the series. And it's just focusing, whereas the first 2 seasons have jumped around and covered stuff from about 3 books at a time to build the world. This one is homing in on this book, and it's going to cover the true awesomeness of book 4. And I can't do it justice without spoilers, and this is not a Wheel of Time video, so I'm gonna do no spoilers and we're really good and well behaved. But yeah, second week in March it drops, and in the run up every Wednesday there is something that is released by the production team, and whenever it's worth a video, I'll do a video about it, and whenever I don't have time to do a video about it, you'll find me on the Dusty Wheel suggesting things that bare minimum make people riled. But most of the time just getting
Dusty
on.
Wheel?
It's a knack you've got.
Dusty Wheel are brilliant. Like the Dusty Wheel a lot. The Dusty Wheel is the inn of the Wheel of Time, and it's a fandom, basically live calling YouTube talk show, all about the Wheel of Time. So we get involved with that a lot. The Wheel of Time fandom is brilliant. But yeah, so
Dave
I'll
likes
be
to pop
making...
on there and upset people occasionally.
I don't try and upset people, but they are a delightful bunch. I love them all so. So yeah, look out for lots of Wheel of Time videos as well. But more importantly, back to Tom. It's D&D.
It's D&D time. So yes, D&D. No, we don't. We can't sing that. So, so
we're allowed 3 words. That's it.
that is it. So, previously on Hatheria, you as a party was trying to make it over the Arbarath Mountains into the tiefling nation of Alzidura to try and cut off the Hathan army from laying waste to it in some fashion or another. You ended up going there, had about half a day's worth of downtime, having chats with some lovely folk, including Thunder's mother. Up until then, having battle with the Cromwell Leetern, who then successfully completed his ritual in which somehow made all of the nation of Alzidura disappear. And in doing so, somehow has unleashed a endless horde upon the lands. Some seemingly currently marching west, trying to get me directions right, marching west across the Arbarath Mountains. You don't know quite how far it is, but you know it's heading west into Hatheria. But via some interdimensional travel, where you went back to a black site prison, which seems seemingly untouched by whatever has happened on the material plane. You then travelled by a teleport staff back to Hatheria, where you met up, not met up yet, but you were about to meet up with Cromwell Leetern once again, who is, for some reason now, king of Hatheria. In a changed Hatheria, it's not quite the same as it once was.
We're totally going to forget about them guys and we're all going to die.
All those people trapped,
You've already
stuck
forgotten about them.
in this alternate dimension.
They're all just gonna
You
have
are
to-
their only hope of making it out alive.
We've used the one-way transport already. And that, if I'm right, Gaz has left his special access key there. Doesn't it stay behind where you teleport in?
No. You take the keystone with you. So basically, you can use the keystone to enter the site. Obviously, you take the keystone with you. It creates a teleportation circle where you left. So if you did the initial ritual again, it would create a brand new teleportation circle, and the other one is destroyed.
Okay.
So where we
can at the
left
very
you,
least start stockpiling food.
Does that mean that
you
that
just made
circle's
my
still there
arsehole
now?
close up then.
yeah, in the middle of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, no, but like, does that mean there's just a random teleportation circle just in the middle?
Which
of
no one can
what
use
was
without
Alzidura?
keystone.
Ah, right, of course. Yes, you can use it.
My-
So there isn't
my-
a
my
risk of
watch
loads
just-
of monsters just...
No.
It's just told me that my heart rate's gone up. That was your fault. I just
You're
thought, can you
welcome.
imagine? It's all on me.
So yeah,
she's still here, isn't she? She's with us. Grom's just said that, and I'm just like, no, we're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, her and just bring 2 guards with him.
Yeah, 2 guards.
yeah. She brought it was Captain Pemberton and
Yeah,
2
Pemberton,
yeah.
guards were able to travel back with you with the limitations of numbers of travel. So, but as far as you're aware, between what is now Lord Cadell and
Lord Cadell.
Lord Cadell and Captain Pemberton and these 2 soldiers are the amount of military that you've seen so far.
Yeah, this is going to be very confusing. For
So,
me, and also,
where we
I've
left
only
you,
got
you
one
were
name.
stood in the... He's not anymore. He was stood out in a square in which there was a statue, which, as you know, this was a square you've been in before, if not heavily destroyed previously when you fought it. Several giant crocodiles there previously in a ruined city of unknown origin. It's now magically a restored city, a functioning city, but where once was a statue of a huge tiefling in the square is now a statue of 3 figures, a human, a dwarf, and a gnome. And you stand before the entranceway to what is effectively a public sector of officers, where also the council of Hatheria takes place, including meeting up with the king and such. So you are able to walk in because it is technically public access, but there are certain areas which then be guarded and such because that is more official areas. So, what do you do?
what do we do?
What do you do?
Do we know he's in there? Did we? At the end
Well,
of the
there
last
was
episode, did we know he
a
was-
random passing guard which suggested that the council is in place.
session.
Well, that's
Yes,
something.
that's the word. Is in session.
Shall we just follow on?
Thunder's going to turn to Meridian just past and be like, Mr. Meridian, I think you're probably best off doing the talking. And he's going to cast Enhanced Ability and give him Eagle Splendor.
Eagle Splendor.
The Eagle Splendor.
Nice.
Advantage on Charisma checks.
And how long does that last?
An hour.
Nice. Very nice. So, advantage on charisma. What are you doing?
I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to wink at Dottie. Just
Helena.
to see what happens. Helena, sorry, yeah.
You wink at Dottie all you like, but what are you doing in game?
Just the new imbued charisma is just going to be like, hey, how you doing?
Suddenly suddenly a bit of thunder's rubbing off on you.
Yeah, you better not.
Again, it often does that while you're not looking, Thunder. Turn around and feel something. It's like, Thunder, stop it.
Yeah, get off. Dirty little
It's been
tiefling.
a while.
Yes, I'm sure. We're in a city full of women. Thunder, back off.
I like the look of these gnomish women.
Well, yeah, websites for that sort of thing. The statue of the human.
Do we recognise any of them?
No, they're not faces you recognise. No.
Is there a plaque or a mural? A mural or like
a mural
thing?
I know what you mean, like a plaque for
old gnome named Muriel.
But there's actually
what is it? A mural?
Mural.
There's not any kind of plaques, information or anything like that. No, it's purely symbolic. Yeah.
Are they like human, dwarf, gnome, like Monty Python? All stood
no, it's a human, and then a dwarf's only about a foot shorter but broad, and then there's a gnome which is kind of perched on the shoulders of this dwarf.
Wow.
I want to know what else we can ask about this statue. Let's keep the entire session about this statue.
Yeah.
I want to know intricate details. I want to know how it's carved.
Well, if you don't want to find any other information out and go and meet the king
I'll put this to bed now. Very quickly, you're going to cast a dwarven eye over the stonework. Let's just get this
I was going to say, use your stone cunning.
Stone cunning on the statue. What
secrets
does it reveal?
A history roll, then, please.
A history roll, excellent.
Because isn't that your stone cunning? Isn't it a history check?
Yeah, it is. I get to use double my proficiency, which is great. So which is good. 17. I only rolled a 9. So
okay, 17. So yeah, just with that, you can tell that it's not tremendously old. It's about as old as the buildings where the council chambers are made of the similar types of stone, built at about the same time. But it's different kind of stonework of stone quality to the other buildings around it as well. So you think when they erected the council chambers, they built the statue as well in the square are pretty certain it's just symbolic.
And what do we think? How old?
Ooh.
How long do I think it's been there?
Few hundred years, maybe.
Few hundred, yeah.
Yeah. Give or take 50 or so years, yeah.
Right, well, give or take 50 years. It's a few hundred years old. This has been around a while.
It's a very rough approximation.
So,
we should probably stop fucking about with this statue. I mean, it's interesting and everything.
Well, we're walking in, and it literally glanced on the way past. It wasn't, a serious look.
Stone cunning's not a glance on the way past; it's studying the stonework.
Yeah.
Whereas Meridian's advantage on charisma checks is ticking away.
Oh yeah, quick run! Oh,
right,
look at this door, Grom.
Yeah, no, I don't like lintels. Lintels are made of wood.
Fascinating door.
Right, we're going in then.
Yes.
Well, let's stroll in.
Okay, you are able to, let's say, walk into the initial outer chambers. There's kind of a waiting area where there are all sorts of kind of other corridors leading off, which are kind of leading down, as you can see, down to offices and such like. But you can see down one main corridor at the back of this waiting area of 2 guards by the side of it, which you assume that is probably the most likely direction.
Yeah.
Right, I'm making a beeline for them.
Yeah, we're strolling up.
At which point, these guys are stood with very ornate, like tower shields, not kind of the square tower shields, it like tapers off at the bottom. And they stand and they just kind of step before you. Just not aggressively, just kind of prevent you from walking past casually. It's like, what's your business? There's council in progress.
I just quietly tap Meridian on the waist, I suppose. It's like, here, don't blast them. That's 2 more soldiers there. They've almost got an army.
Boys, we need to see the council. Could you step aside?
Don't make me
please?
laugh. I was trying to be serious. I was trying not to mention the fact that their shields taper down, and that's just asking to get shot in the ankles. I was trying to focus. It never makes any sense to me. It's a tower shield. Why would you do that? Straight in the ankles. That's exactly where I'd aim. Anyway.
I know you've got an ankle obsession, but still.
Absolutely.
Well, it's the whole foot. It's not just the ankle.
But
Yes,
Cadell's going to say, we need to speak to the council. Can you step aside, please?
They look literally up to you, and now they're actually paying attention to you. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord Gunvald. Are you sure you wish to address the council dressed as you are?
Oh yeah, I'm in a loincloth, aren't I?
Yeah.
And someone do something about this. Someone make him look different.
Well, I can cast minor illusion, but the minute he starts walking, his clothes
Yeah,
will stay there.
Minor illusion's not going to cut it. No.
Did I even keep my military uniform?
I don't
But it
think
wouldn't be the
so.
same.
I
You know,
doubt
you
it would be
shredded
valid
it.
now,
Yeah,
will
yeah. You destroyed it.
Reach into my pack and hand him a pair of dwarf pants. They're stretchy, lad. Don't worry.
Are they purple? Are we going full Hulk?
Yeah, at least
No,
your
They're leather, like everything else I wear. Come on.
at least your lower half would be half decent. You know, so it's
Very tight.
yeah, very fitting. But it's fine.
All I've got is the remnants of a flag that's got my old family
yourself
symbol on
in
it. I can wear it as a cloak. Like, tie it up.
Drape yourself in a flat. Hey, the family symbol.
That's
might
fine.
work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you drape that across yourself. Absolutely fine. Is that they then are standing one side, having recognised you now?
And then
Are they letting us all through, or just?
It's like, are they all with you, Lord?
yeah, they're all with me. The killer want to see them.
Right, you are. They will need to address you before you walk in. So, and then
I've already given him some pants. What more do you want me to do? I've already dressed him.
they stand to one side, just shaking their head a little. And then one of them turns round and starts taking the like poster down with Cadell's face on it off the wall. It's like, we've found
I will
him. He's
claim
all
this
right. He's
reward.
here.
I was going to say, I'm interested. Is there a reward on this?
There wasn't. No.
Oh,
No, shame.
Civic duty. As Cadell walks past to the door and we're going past the guards, I will step right up behind him and looking the guard square in the eye. I will slap Cadell on the arse, wink and walk in after him.
It's like, oh. Dwarfs. Yeah, so you carry on walking
said
past. You then reach kind of another set of larger, ornate doors, heavily designed with dwarven handiwork. It's instantly recognisable as dwarven handiwork's craftsmanship. And
He says
there's
not wanting them to.
another set
hang about,
of
looking at the wall.
guards there who nod to you, and having been given the nod from the further guys other down there, also go, right, okay, sure. It's like, my lord, am I to announce your presence, sir?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
And your accompaniment, how
These
should
are
I
my-
address them?
I'll explain all their names and who they all are.
I'm just going to lean in and just say to Cadell, make sure that you use Meridian Scythe. I can't imagine that whatever my counterpart is on this realm.
They don't want to know about Trevelyan.
No, just yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll explain to the guards who everyone is, everyone's names.
And
Say
then
they're my company.
the only time they they actually could not care less about their names, apart from when you get to Helena's. When Helena's name gets mentioned, Helena Graydon, and it's like, of course, we'll announce you as well, and they turn and the walk in ahead of you, leaving you outside, and says, there is Lady Graydon and Lord Cadell Gunvald, and he glances back, friends, to address you all. At which point you hear a familiar voice just going, "Oh, marvelous! They're here! Great! Yes, by all means, let's recess and let's take a break, and we'll all convene in a little while. Yes, please, thank you."
Meridian's going to put his hood up and sort of obscure his face as best he can as he walks in.
Yeah, and then they then say it's okay
matter.
for you to go in, and you all walk in. And you walk in, there is a long table, and with what is King Cromwell Leethern sat at the head of the table. And then down the sides, it's not a full table, so you don't think the entire council is in attendance, but there is Tiberius Trevelyan. There is the Lord Graydon, and Cadell's seemingly previously deceased father, Lord Gunvald, and also a gnome sat at the table, a female gnome, who, because they've all got like kind of name plates at on the table. It's Lady Tantos.
Oh,
Tantos. The note taker, I'm assuming, is taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
Is that Muriel Tantos?
No.
Gutted.
Well, it can be if I make some amendments.
It is now, yeah.
Muriel.
I've done more
What's quite
pencil.
funny is
There we go.
Muriel is my grand's name.
Wait, how many seats
Muriel
at this
Tantos.
table are there?
Is
There's
anyone
another. There's another 3 spaces missing.
Right, Hector's just gonna waltz in and pull up one of the spaces,
Go on, Exa.
and I'll just lean my spear up against one side and my shield up against the other.
Does Daddy look poorly?
No, not in the slightest.
Right.
I'm assuming he recognises you as well.
Well, that's why I put my hood up, because I don't think that's my.
They all kind of look across each of you in turn, and as soon as Lord Gunvald spots Cadell, instantly, because you're huge, very recognisable as soon as you walk in a room, and it was like, Cadell, and then gives you a swift hug. I mean, he's tall for a man of his age, obviously nowhere near as tall as you, but yeah, he's probably in his mid to late 60s, but he's a big chap who looks after himself physically, but obviously he's nothing compared to your...
My dad's just hugged me,
Yeah,
I'm not really
yeah.
sure what to say.
big bushy
Father.
beard.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
where have you been? You've been looking for you for weeks.
Well, I think the king can probably explain that.
I'm sure we can have a catch up back at home later, but yes, by all means, I'm sure we'll get your mother to cook something lovely for you for your return. But please get better dressed before you come home.
Sorry,
And
Father.
Is
I'm
and
not really sure what to say to a dead dad.
yeah.
You'd just be a bit like,
Yeah, for him, it's like, oh, you've just taken a sabbatical for a few weeks and just disappeared.
you
And
turn back up in some orange pants and half a flag
some
ripped.
dwarven pants.
around
Yeah,
you, like,
it's like
With potentially
like
your
a
family
dread
crest,
to
but maybe
dread
not.
to think what you've been doing, and actually gives Helena a bit of a filthy look on the way past, and then walks off.
Wow.
And yeah, they all are kind of look at you,
no,
but
no,
they're all
doesn't-
kind of
doesn't give the
packing up
tiefling a
their.
filthy look.
And he's got disguise self up.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
of
just-
course.
he's
Yeah,
in
yeah, of
the-
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot.
Is that concentration, by the way?
That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it suddenly goes poof.
Oh no, it's not. All right.
That's fantastic. Yeah, he's still got that up. So, and how long does it last? An hour?
An
day?
hour.
I'd say, yeah, you're back end of that, but it's
About to
still
go-
up. It's fine.
Out to go poof.
Thunder,
Nah.
Thunder
But
can
he
keep
has-
up for
but
an
he
hour.
has sort of renewed it as we were.
I'll give it you. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because you know how long it's been. I'll allow you to have renewed
Yeah,
it.
it's
So,
not it. It's not-
yeah,
it
so
was meant
they're
to be
all-
good at the time.
all the council members are all kind of packing up their notes and shaking their head and looking over each of you. And Meridian, you can tell that when Tiberius Trevelyan does look across each of you, because they're all very curious about the latest gossip about what the lords and ladies' children have been up to. And do they do clock? He does look at each face, including your own, even though you've got the hood up, and they all make sure they have a good look at everybody, and does not recognise you.
Excellent.
And
Your own
moves on.
father doesn't recognise you.
He's
Well,
not my
I
father.
was gonna say it's nice dad.
I shall drop
Oh.
the hood. Not as flouncy as that. But yeah, I'll run my fingers through my hair and just knock the hood back as if it was just like no
Yeah.
effort.
Is there
Just
is there any
don't give me a heart attack.
drinks on this table?
No.
All right. Well, Hector's just gonna kick his feet onto the table.
Yeah.
In the mud.
yeah. You've got filthy boots that you've been trudging through all sorts of places. But yeah, and they all scurry out. The Lord Graydon, as he kind of walks past, very prim and proper, leans down to Helena as he's walking out. It's like, we will discuss this at home upon your return, and I expect a swift return. And then he walks out the room.
Good luck with that.
No.
We don't do anything swiftly, ever. It'll
It's
be
true.
another 3 years
Very
before
Oh
we get
no,
to
yeah,
the end.
D&D, you'd never get anything done. So, yes, you are then left in the room with King Leethern, or King Cromwell.
King Cromwell.
King Cromwell.
Leeton,
King Cromwell
what the
III.
hell is going on?
Oh,
This is a
I'm
parallel
so
dimension,
glad
though.
you've. Well, not as such, no. It's still technically our dimension, but I'm just relieved you make it out alive.
You tried to kill us.
Several
No,
times.
no. You tried to kill me too. It was. We'll
Okay,
call it
I'll give you
even.
that.
So, regardless, feel like it may have gone slightly awry, but on the whole, I think it was a great success. Yes, I mean, look around. Everybody's happy. They're thriving.
What was a
happened
great
to
success? What exactly? Talk us
Well-
through it,
well.
Cromwell.
Well, I removed the problem, as it were.
You removed
Oh.
the tieflings.
We
Yes.
saw that.
You've wiped out an entire species.
Well, I didn't. There was no killing involved. I just made it so they never existed.
That's still genocide.
Ah, well, we're splitting hairs there, I feel. So, but the thing that's bothering me is that the one true God is no longer worshipped. This
Oh, we noticed that.
That's you've killed
Yes.
millions and millions of innocent people, and the thing that's bothering you is you can't go to fucking church on a Sunday.
But I was guided by God to do this. You don't quite get it.
How exactly were you guided by God? Did he directly speak to you?
Yes.
That took the wind out of my sails.
Mm.
And what
I mean,
form does this
the
God
gods
take?
did speak to
In
us.
visions, in blinding light, booming voices, the kind of usual fare, it's however we would imagine depicting him, but put me on the path and allowed me to put the pieces together to get to where we are now.
Well, now is marvellous. Not only have you made this world, have you looked east lately?
East?
Have
I've
you
had a
looked-
lot on. You see, I'm
Have you looked
in
beyond the
above my
mountains?
head. I never intended to be king of anything.
Well, how
You
did you end
fucked
up
it,
to be king?
Cromwell.
How did you end up being king?
And
I
how
mean,
is
it's-
my dead family alive?
It's awfully convenient that you should, wipe out a race and then be king of the entire country.
It's not a good look.
I can imagine it's not, but nonetheless, this is where we are.
So
And
you change history. How did you
well, yes.
solve the tiefling problem? I mean,
Well, the tiefling problem. It was all. Well, if I only had my notes, but they were wiped out along with history itself. But it was in this ritual. With the only way it could be done was with items of such magnificent power, which the tieflings had hold of, which, all in all, in fact, made it easier with proximity.
so it's changed the past.
I
and
mean,
now we have
it,
no tieflings.
it makes sense why we were left behind and why we made it through then and why part of the tower fell into the grassland.
Well,
But what of your army? What of the bastard Dengal and the forces you raised? I assume they've all been forgotten, except
can
by
I just
yourself.
Oh,
ask
well,
one question before we get to that. How long have you been here, and how long has it been since we got back?
oh, well, I've only been here a matter of days since the ritual took place.
Oh, okay, so same
So
timeline.
you came back to find you were king.
Yes, it was pure. I was only expecting to come back to live whatever life I had in this new timeline. I never expected me to be. By king, it's not a king by heritage, it's a king by being voted in. It's very democratic. It's lovely, it's a great place.
So
They've thrust accountability on you, you
just-
bastard.
So the whole purpose of you invading Alzidura, the peaceful Alzidura that were not invading Hatheria,
The peaceful
at all.
Alzidura who'd lain waste to Hatheria for countless years, regardless of what they've done in recent history, they have destroyed our entire three peoples.
In the far past, there were wars. Those wars have been put to bed.
They were
You-
responsible for it all.
But the Alzidorans in the present, or at least what was the present, were a peaceful race, and you invaded their country.
They had no forces to speak of. They weren't prepared for war. They weren't preparing to harm you. They were happy. They were largely farm folk.
And you have now
Spiritual,
wiped
not
them out,
religious.
and you have now caused the invasion of New Hatheria with a horde far, far greater than
Oh, yeah, maybe we
anything
should have mentioned that.
Alzidura. Oh, sorry, yes.
Yes, sorry,
Cromwell.
what?
You looked to have
yeah.
4
Did we
soldiers.
forgot to mention the fucking enormous horde of abominations that are heading this way right now? To you, in your pretty little new country, with no army to speak of.
Oh, no, this can't be.
Oh,
It's just
Giant
we
floating beasts with eyes on stalks, things flying, green skins, all
And
sorts
we're
of
talking
things.
thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
We barely got out with our lives. We only managed because we hid back to your pocket dimension.
Oh,
Pocket
by the way,
dimension.
there's some people in that pocket dimension we need to go save as well before they all starve to death.
Tell me
Yeah.
you've not forgotten about your prison.
I never expected that to still be existing. It's
It's not
remarkable,
part of- it's not part of the
fascinating that it still
dimension.
exists.
Well, of course it is. You didn't think of it when you made the change, did you? You fool?
Different dimension.
If you're gonna play
Well,
with fate
if
and
a
everything, you
timeline
play
where
with the plane you're on.
what if in a timeline where the plane we were on never created the pocket dimension in the first place? Oh, that's an awful paradox.
Oh no, exactly.
Look.
And these people, they're starving right now. We brought 3 of them back with the look.
Oh,
there any
Maybe
way?
recognize one of them.
Is there any way to reverse?
no,
this?
sorry.
Well, one of their uncles did not make it out of the tower after a fight with us.
Oh, you're Pemberton's niece.
Go on then, do both halves of this time.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
what?
was waiting for that.
I'm.
She just sits simmering.
Yeah, she's livid.
No.
She's just
Yeah,
out
she's
of
just
fucking
sat
raging.
doing that. No, it's fine. What did Meridian say? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Is there any way to reverse what you've done?
Not in the slightest. The
Okay.
item no longer exists.
So, how, as king, do you plan to fight this enormous horde of fiends?
Well,
there a
until
standing army?
we've
Fucking enormous horde.
Well,
Can you scry? I
not
bet you
as
can
such.
scry, can't you? Can you scry on parts of the world? Or is it only people, isn't it?
well, people I know.
I mean, in the
Yeah,
few
you
days you've been
screwed
here,
there.
what is this? What is the state of this nation? I mean, like, does it
Peaceful,
Do we have
it's
thought?
beautiful.
Is the
Is it just
standing
this
army
city?
military as we speak of?
No, there are other
I mean,
cities and
what of
towns. There's
Angelrun?
lush and bountiful population.
Lots
And
of
people.
people to get
So-
killed.
You'll not know this because you'll only know your circles, but the people that you knew before, what of them now? I say abandoning Dengal and his forces in the field.
Well,
Did Dengal come
Dengal
back
still
in this
exists.
world?
Yes. No, but
is
it's
he
not.
as much of a
It's not
dickhead now as he
him.
was?
He's still a bit of a dick, but he's not that Dengal. He has no memory of what happened there. He had the change just as much as everybody else. Only yourselves and myself who seemingly untouched because of our
And
proximity
what
to the
about
ritual.
proxies? So Cadell
Where's the other
here
Cadell?
is a lord. Is there another Cadell, or is it just him? Has he replaced him?
No, this is peculiar because I honestly don't know. Now, from what I've managed to piece together from when you
That's
got in
fucking
touch
normal
with me, we know that Cadell, or rather the Lord Cadell of this particular plane, or timeline as it were, has a habit of disappearing and going off and not being seen for some while. So, as a favour to, the lords and ladies, we get the troops to keep an eye out for you, but you turn up eventually.
Well, he's
I'm
turned up
assuming
today.
he's still out there somewhere until any other information comes about, because,
That's
well,
going to be fun.
Well, here's your
So
problem. You've
where-
only been here the same time we have. Now, at this point, by the way, after everything is said, does Grom believe him?
by all means, make a roll.
First
a
roll,
rolly
first roll, first roll.
It's a
he made
one.
Oh, that was
mistake.
stone cunning.
Oh, yeah, you have done a first roll. Oh, it was a shit first
Yeah.
roll.
It was a shit first roll.
What a
This
boring
one-
first roll, stupid statue.
Oh, this is
Whose idea was that?
much better. Hang on a second. I'm gonna throw everything at it.
Well, yeah, it
Okay.
would be handy to know if he was lying or not. That is true. Yeah.
You'll not
So
be able
that's
to
four.
cast to do it.
No, I've not cast. So
I love-
I've rolled
I love the
15.
fact that-
I've used my flash of genius. I got my +4, so it's a 23.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, you have no reason to think he's lying at all.
So,
As far as
Cromwell,
you're aware, he's telling the truth.
Fair enough.
you've appeared in this timeline as the king.
So
Was
where's
there-
the other Cromwell?
Yes, assumingly,
where's-
I've directly replaced the physical essence of the Cromwell Leethern of this timeline.
So what makes you
So-
believe that we haven't replaced our?
The fact that you weren't physically transported like I was.
Which means
did
there
Oh,
could
so
be a
you actually appeared here, whereas
Yes.
we just
You
fell
were just
into
left
what was
where
left.
you were.
So,
So
that
we were
means
in the eye of the
potentially there's a
storm still.
copy of every one of us in this world.
Ooh.
If we're not dead
Well,
yet,
that's-
if we're
Potentially,
alive, there is
I have no idea.
another one of us.
Well, Cadell,
This is
obviously
unprecedented.
You are known here, as is Helena, and may I say, it's highly amusing that you are in trouble with your dad.
I
But-
always am.
Myself, it appears that I wasn't adopted in this timeline. So my alternative self is probably on some orchard somewhere picking fucking apples and just enjoying life.
Yeah. And what of
And-
me? What of the Gromsons?
No.
They're in town.
There is a Gromson guild, but the actual Gromson family line, there's not been a prominent family name for a long time. It's in guild is as much of a name of the Gromsons that exist now.
Hmm. Things took a turn.
I wonder if the dwarves
Right.
have any standing army.
Well, dwarves don't need a standing army. We're all ready.
Well, I suppose.
Unless these are shit dwarves. Are these southern dwarves? How do they sound?
like dwarves. I'm not sure what you mean.
Aye.
So we have a
Fucking
very
nobles.
big problem then.
Well,
I've got.
Because
to
he
He
starts
go-
he starts making notes, like starts writing an order to go. And it's like, right, so this I'm going to send this off and to have this sent away for orders to go and check out this this horde you speak of. Yes.
You'll need more. This'll have to be quick. Have you got magical means?
Is there mages? Is there wizards?
Teleport.
Surely-
Is there anyone who can teleport to the mountains of Arbarath, or make fast flight in a different form?
Oh,
It'll
Surely
take
there's
I'm
mages
sure
shoulder
we will
to get
have.
there.
Yes, oh yes, I'm sure we could do that. Yes, I mean by yes, we'll get someone to go and have a look by fastest means necessary, not necessarily on foot. I'm not that daft. So yes,
Now, what am I going to?
Hold me.
In our timeline, my family is gone. They don't exist. I'm the last one. What the hell am I meant to say to my dad that where I've been? Can you think
at
of a
this
good cover
point we're not
story?
even sure if he is your dad. He just believes that you're his son.
That doesn't help.
Well, that's all I've got.
It's not
Sorry.
simple. Where can the big man find some clothes?
Yes. Yes. Well, we'll make sure we get you something. We're not sure about your size, but look here.
But look, for fuck's sake, Leighton, right?
What?
We know everything about you. We can fuck this for you. You're gonna look after us now, and we might just look after you.
What?
And what are you going to say exactly? That I've changed time itself?
Oh no! We're gonna tell everyone about the hood. We'll show them.
And who's to say that's anything to do with
you don't
me?
want to have in your town.
Leethan, just one slight problem, Cromwell. I take it the
Just one?
entire
No.
many, but
Plenty.
I
We'll start
I
with
take
one.
it. I assume by the way you're talking that the Alziduran race has been completely wiped out.
Oh, well, yes.
Almost.
So-
So no mention of them anywhere.
If we turned up on your doorstep with an Alziduran,
Mm.
surely
Oh, there
That's
was one
gonna-
in your group.
there still is.
You.
He
Thunder
glances
Will
about
this
your
guy's
group.
self.
And,
Thunder will step forward and drop this guy's self.
Oof.
Say, please explain to me where the
Hmm.
fuck my family has gone and where the rest of my pupils have disappeared to.
well, that's not an easy answer, because they've not really gone anywhere. And nor have they ever been anywhere ever before. Yes.
I want to hate him so much.
And the brain does not. I cannot understand this. You're not making any sense to me.
Right, Thunder, listen. He's fucked with time. There never have been Alzidurans. This world has never seen your kind.
They must have done at some point, but what he's changed.
No. No, he's no.
It's
It's
just
never
removed
happened,
them
have
from-
they?
Did you not think this would have consequences?
Only the most
How-
positive of
what?
consequences. I was driven by the commands of our Lord himself.
And what did he tell you to do exactly? Fuck.
He guided me in the
Alzidurans?
right direction towards the knowledge to be able to put all this together, and instructed me on how it could be possible to then save all the people of Hatheria.
And you're one true
Humans,
lord.
gnomes, and,
And this-
dwarves all alike.
What
But
is the
this
name
action-
of your one true lord?
Well, God, obviously.
Well,
Who
they
does
not
not
give
now
it- they do
exist?
Well, yes, that's
not now
the tricky
exist,
bit.
or are they now leading a horde across the mountains?
Ah,
Did you see? We have all spoken to gods.
Yeah.
See, I
Plural.
was.
I'd
Every
like to
one of
point
us
out,
almost.
I
Furious.
possibly am a god.
Have names apparently as well.
Yeah. Now we've learnt more about them from coming to this place. The chalice was mine, Baldur.
What if it was a chaos god?
Here's my concern is that all this time we were thrown together by mysterious forces with symbols that now are wildly apparent in this world. I can walk to the temple of the god that I have been representing.
And what
What
did
if
these
that in
gods
Hatheria?
guide you to do? Exactly.
Fuck you up.
Adventure
Well,
is a party.
really?
and
No,
it's not.
no, they said follow the path.
Yeah.
And the path leads to fucking you up.
Ah,
We were
that's
given-
what I heard. from my
We were given no small
Well, we're not
degree
sure.
of.
I'm
No
going to
small degree of
hold
freedom.
fireball.
So was that you casting Fireball?
I'm holding action fireball.
And
Use
what
the
is your
spell
trigger for you then? Because if you're holding
Leap turn.
action,
6 seconds.
Lee turn being a cock.
well, it's too late for that.
It's
Fine,
inescapable.
fine. I
Big
won't
Catholic
hold
Harrier.
fireball.
Well, by
He's
means,
so likable. Why is he so likable? He's such an arsehole.
Because it's
This is my problem with him.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I'm glad John isn't here anymore, because if we actually had someone playing the person whose entire species has been wiped out, he'd be going fucking apeshit right now.
yes.
Well, I think in my head right now, Cadella's subtly holding Thunder back.
Yeah.
But I mean, by all means,
Where he cannot.
in canon, I will allow you to have cast it and held the actual thing, just because the mechanics of in combat say you have to name a trigger.
Yeah.
But
just,
yeah, I wouldn't say
I'll
yet
just- well,
because we're
I'll
not
just
in
say that
combat. So just I
the-
can say
the
you've cast it
due
and held it
to-
if you want.
Due to the situation and the fact that that Meridian has this anger over everything that's happened, and obviously has been, since everything has happened in the last couple of days, game time, Meridian's been a little bit low and he's been drinking and he's been a little bit, I'll say that he is just to the point of pure frustration where obviously he's very friendly with Grom. and from Meridian's point of view, Grom's species is now back, and the gnomes are back, and life seems lovely. But on the flip side, Thunder's species have been wiped out, and yeah, he's just on fucking fire. He doesn't know where to turn. His scales are showing. His scales are showing. He's fucking raging, but he's not quite sure what to do with it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like a 3-year-old in a power cut.
Yeah.
What do you mean I've got to play dominoes?
But it's like, well, yes, I think first things first, we must get more information. More information
Absolutely.
is key. We have to find out what's going on. Yes, ideally, you need to head back and save these people. Yes? Stuck in the pocket dimension.
Have you not got your key? Do you not
No,
have your
I no
access
longer
to-
have my
Oh,
key.
For fuck's sake.
Can I just how
Yours
far
is the
away
only
is how far
Then-
away is Captain Pemberton?
Same room.
She's in earshot.
Yeah, she's in earshot. Yeah.
So I'm just going to turn around and say, Pemberton, how many able men have you actually got back there?
About
She said,
25.
Oh, we are fucked.
It's a start.
It's a start to
Um,
fuck. You saw the
well,
horde.
no.
What?
just to point out, if we bring 25 more people that are from a different timeline into this timeline, it's just not gonna start
I mean-
confusing the rest of this city.
The man
So we
used
just
the
leave
word
one staff to
paradox.
death.
No,
But-
no, we can send food. We can send people.
We
there.
can't
It
send
could be-
food forever.
No, but what's the capacity of that place?
We need
Won't
soldiers.
make it. What's the capacity?
We need trained soldiers. I mean, admittedly, we need thousands of trained soldiers, but
Help
yes,
train more soldiers.
25 is a start.
It is. But surely there must be some sort of standing military. I mean, there must be. Is there an
Is there
adventurers
some-
guild? I mean, is
it's
there a
more of
mages
a
guild? Is there...
peacekeeping force. Yes, there's plenty of mages dotting about. Not necessarily a lot of combat mages, but yes, there are.
And
I
surely
think
there's a
what-
royal. Surely there's a royal armory. With
Wow.
Oh,
some
well,
powerful
there's-
artifacts, surely.
You only
there's-
make what you need, don't you?
Yeah, there's
Hey, the
a
dwarf
guard
are
force.
back.
It's
They
more of a
must have made something.
policing
Well, I
force
mean-
than a military force.
Dwarves are
Okay,
adaptable. I can turn them around in time. And in this, but while this has been going on, I've got a pencil that I always carry with me. And if there's no paper on the desk, I'll use the desk. But if there's paper, I'll use the paper. And I'm gonna sketch a beholder.
There's paper. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sketch a beholder that we saw, and that's
There's
it. What the fuck is
also,
this? There's thousands of the fuckers. Do you
There's
know what
also
that is?
Two,
No, I don't,
two
I'm afraid.
prisoners.
Two prisoners.
Two
Aye.
prisoners that
Oh,
they
yeah.
were strange individuals that I don't know if you are aware of who they are from
Oh, I was
prior.
aware of one prisoner.
And why was this prisoner a prisoner?
Tried to kill Carlos. Marvelously funny it was.
The assassin, eh?
Oh, yes.
So what about the lady in the marketplace?
What lady
There
is
for
this?
theft? Well, aye. The lady, prisoner, very strange lady. Story doesn't match up.
Well, as
In
far
an
as I
anti-magic cell.
recall, off the top of my head, we only had one prisoner left over. We didn't know rightly what to do with him, but with me doing what I was going to do, I didn't think it was much need. I didn't think that entire place was going to exist much longer.
So who would know? Because Captain Pemberton had no fucking idea why she was there. You, supposedly the leader, had no fucking idea why she was there. You didn't even know she was there, so who the fuck knows why she's there?
Well, I
feel
suppose
we killed her rule.
Carlos Dengal would have known, but he doesn't exist either.
Excellent. You're very
so
smug
fucking
for
smug.
someone that's
Yeah.
fucked the universe royally. There's a part of me
We'll
that just
see
says,
yet. I mean, we might still get out of this. As of right now, we've got a rather lovely nation. Yes, okay, maybe under threat, but we've still got a lovely nation as it is. So
The,
we'll save that as a silver lining, yes?
The
I shout
pocket,
for the
the
guard.
pocket dimension where previous father had an office, your little fucking hideaway that you thought. Do you have the capabilities of returning there?
He does not.
No.
No, because we do. So we could stock up on food and supplies and just fuck off.
Live out our lives quite happily on perishables.
And allow
But
you
until
to get...
you then run out of food and have to return back to the same point you left, which would then have been overrun, yes?
If we have to return.
Well, you would have to eventually. You'd run out of food.
Well, there's ways to get sustenance, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big place. We could set up a farm. You know, it's
true.
very warm. I mean, the lava itself could probably produce some sort
If
of...
that's the way you're going, fine, you do you. I've got a nation to run. And potentially save. You either help save it, or you get out the way. Yes?
Okay, so the stone that you originally sent us to find, when we found it, it was clearly a shard of something larger. Are
Correct.
there any other shards?
Well, there was,
Or
but I
was.
had it already. And I used it in that ritual, along with the whole rest of it.
Well, you did, but in this world you haven't.
Yeah, so there must
No.
still be.
So where is it?
But in that particular point in time, the ritual used that artifact up in its entirety. You were there. You saw it shatter.
Yes, but we are now in a new universe.
It's not happened in this reality.
Yes,
that
but
happened in your
there's
time.
no-
Unless you're saying what you did reached across all possibilities.
I mean,
Or if
maybe.
the Alzidorans made it. If the Alzidorans made it, the Alzidorans don't exist. So then it never got
Oh, well,
created.
that's fucked if that's the case.
Well, the
It was at the top of
origins
their
of it
tower.
was never entirely known. But a lot of the deaths and woes of all of our nations were either indirectly or directly caused by it. Good riddance to it, I say, but you have a point, and we maybe should look into whether one does exist in this plane.
One exists.
At,
You
at
could
this point, I'll
rewrite
also
this.
grab hold of Thunder when he says good riddance, and me and Cadell will both be holding him back at this point.
I meant to the artifact. But still.
Do you fancy apologising to our friend here for, what you did to his kin?
Save his.
Well,
I mean,
Yes,
he's going to be
of
in this
course.
town.
of course, yes. Apologies to you and, your kin. Yes, of course. But,
I mean, you just
look
turn
at-
around and start walking away.
You know what? You know who he reminds me of? Fucking General Melchi. That's who he fucking reminds me of.
Yeah, I feel Thunder's just gonna
Darling,
start
darling.
walking out of the.
It was
Like,
partially
I
the
feel like-
inspiration.
Yeah.
Got a bit of Boris Johnson about him.
Well,
I'm not sure
Alright,
Tom's
so-
ever been told that.
Well, it's all this sort of absolute bluster and bullshit.
Yeah.
so you need to speak to your guard and you need to get a messenger out. Can you find accommodation for me and my fair friends?
Of
As
course.
king?
Well, I know that bare minimum, Cadell and Helena have their own lovely mansions to be able to go back to, but
I'm sure they do, but you must have one for guests. Something sufficient for all of us to stay. Should we wish to, remain as a group?
there
I
are
do need to
plenty of
think on how
places
the
we
hell I'm
can
gonna-
put you up, and there's inns, taverns, anywhere you feel like. We'll make sure you're housed.
I do need to work out what I'm going to say to my now
Right.
not dead family.
Well,
what's on
Assuming
the
it is,
papers?
it might not well be your now not dead, has been dead family.
And I
Well, he definitely knew I was
assume,
his son.
No, but they
Ah, he
knew that
certainly
someone who
looks like
looked
him.
exactly like you from this timeline that is their son, but isn't your parents because your parents was been killed back then, but now wasn't. Yes.
Oh well, that clears everything.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
Cromwell, I assume that in this timeline, I'm no longer a Trevelyan.
Well, wouldn't seem that way. No. Sorry, Albie.
No, I mean it's no skin off my nose.
What's
The man's a
what's
prick.
on the papers on the table out of interest as well? Conversations happening.
Oh no, all their papers they've been gathered up and they took their papers with them.
Oh right, okay, so there's none that right, okay.
No, while you were in having a welcome back from certain parents, they were just gathering their own pieces of documentation up and leaving to their offices whilst they have a recess.
Well.
But yes, God. Yes, please send this off. We need this. We need someone the fastest scouts possible, whether that's by flight or magical means. ASAP. Here are your orders. Go.
Post haste.
You're king.
We'll provide all the information for locations.
You're king now, Cromwell. Correct.
Well, king is not an absolute power.
You've
We still rule as a council.
You've got access to the royal coffers, the treasury, the mint.
Yes, I do. Yes.
You can send some our way, then, to help us bed into this new timeline and prepare.
Oh, well, I'll be making sure you're well housed, and we'll get you some new clothes, Cadell. Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm more interested in armory.
And substantial monetary compensation for our friend whose entire species has been wiped out.
Yeah, well, like I say, we'll make sure you're okay.
We'd reinvest it in the local economy, I'm sure.
Well, we mean to make sure there is a local economy first and foremost. That's our priority here, gentlemen.
The more you can do to help us prepare, for that, the more chance there might be.
Of course. Well, I'm perfectly honest, I am in over my head with all this head of the council malarkey. I never wanted this. At all.
So what's your plan?
Nobody ever wanted this. Fucking idiot.
Oh, but everybody's the nation's flourishing.
Sorry, that was out of game. That was Meridian's not that low. You fucking idiot.
I am. He's a fucking moron. In some way though, he acted out of a desire to do good, but you're a fucking plank. Okay, you're a selfish bastard, you're a toff, you've always known only what you've known, and yes, you made your world right, but you forgot about the rest. The things that don't matter to you. The things that maybe wouldn't have crossed your mind, and that's come back now, and it might wipe out everything you've hoped to achieve, like you wiped out a whole nation. Tell me about the map, about the rest of the world. Is this it now? Is there just Hatheria? Has anyone explored? Are there other nations?
Well,
just you.
I've not exactly looked. I've got all on figuring out Hatheria and how to run it, since I'm supposed to be doing that now. I've not looked beyond our borders.
Looking for allies to save it might be wise.
No, maybe so.
Reaching out. Hey, I'm going to reach out to my kin and see if I can't teach him a trick or two with a cannon. In the meantime, I suggest we all get some rest, and we'll leave you to think of a solution. May it be assumed that we have access to you as needed.
Of course. I'll make sure the guards here all know you.
What do you think, Meridian? Thunder? What do we do?
If Thunder had walked out at this point, he'd left, he'd turned around and just
fair
walked.
enough.
Honestly, Grom, this is
Fucked up.
the biggest head fuck. I'm very aware that your people are back. I'm very aware that this monstrosity of a fuck up has brought your people back to you. And the gnomes.
I mean, I'm not prepared to accept them as my people if, at this point, they only have days to live. I'm not going through that.
Well, it's true.
Right
It's
now,
true.
there's strangers over there. That's fine. But if this world is not to stay this world, I'm not going to be becoming
Let's-
attached.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well,
a
there's
valid
got to be
point.
some way of stopping this goddamn horde.
Well,
Stopping the
Who
horde
knows?
is one thing. It doesn't sit right with me that this prick has done some form of temporal genocide.
Well, immediate problem, then secondary problem.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
yes,
Yes.
immediate
I
problem.
The
Are we
the
100% sure they're gone, these tieflings? They're just not somewhere else.
well, we don't know, but like Cadell says,
I mean,
we
he
have
knows.
to. This
I don't
is
think he
now.
knows.
No, I don't think he knows.
I don't think he
I
knows.
don't think he's got any idea what he's
I'm
done.
losing all faith. He knew had a clue.
I
any idea what he was doing.
am firmly certain, fairly sure that they just do not exist.
You're not here,
Right.
Cromwell.
That's-
Fuck off.
that's
We've already
not
walked out the
convincing.
room.
No.
Came for
definitely
answers.
All right, if you've
Are we
walked off,
free?
that's fine.
Where are we?
We're still
There's
in this
three
room, aren't
people
we?
in this
Are
room.
we?
There's
Yeah.
3 people in this room who are highly proficient in the arcane. I suggest that we take a time after we've rested to sit with this bastard and have him go through it with us bit by bit, and we'll put our heads together and work out what the fuck he did, what the fuck went wrong, and what the fuck we can do to fix it.
You mean
As
me,
much-
right?
different
I'm
viewpoints.
proficient. I know my magic stuff.
As
You
much
can-
as
you
I
can
will just sit
stand
there
at
and
the
look
door and
grumpy.
look.
Well,
This
Phil,
this
you,
is
you-
obviously
you
the
may want to visit your patrons.
I definitely need to speak to my god about the shield and also find out if my tribe still exists. Because
Well, yeah.
Cromwell,
'cause
we
he's not
might
gonna
have
know.
some other beef if my group of people disappeared.
You wiped out my tribe as well.
Well, I'm sure, just like the rest of Hatheria, they'll be thriving and happy.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Yes, we will.
Been down to the forest for a while, have you?
Like I say, no, I've not been able to leave the city. It's only
I
been a
know.
few days.
I know. You don't get sarcasm either, do you? Fucking hell.
Ah,
God.
no,
Right.
no, I don't.
No. It's obvious.
the man's
Right,
on the
come on, look.
spectrum.
So where are we staying?
Right, yeah.
Finest inn in town, the entire floor dedicated to us. Yes, Cromwell, right?
Yes, of course,
Yeah?
of course.
Lovely. Excellent. Marvellous.
Where is the finest inn in town?
Well, the king knows what's best. Or should
Um,
know what's best.
Well, I know which regions of town are the best, and you can by all means pick and choose as you wish.
Letter of marque, please. Let's have your signature on this that the crown will pay for
Course,
the finest
and-
suite.
It starts
Your
writing
seal.
it up. Yeah.
Right?
Excellent.
time.
Okay.
Yep. Hands you
Oh,
the documentation.
Fucking bastard.
That was on purpose.
It
But yes.
but also, he is an absolute tosspot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he gives you the letter of the seal and says that's by all means that's yours. So you leave him there, and then to move on. Or is there anything else you
have
actually
no
want to
idea
discuss?
What to even ask him? Right.
No.
We came here for answers, and all we've got is more goddamn questions.
Okay.
Well,
he doesn't
no,
know
but-
anything. He's just a moron.
No, we know he's an idiot.
Lost all faith in any of his answers. I don't think he knew what he was doing.
I think if we sit with him later and he talks us through it step by step, we may be able to
Work it
devise a
out.
solution,
Yeah.
or at least come to some understanding of what the prick did. Do you know we've been fighting this guy for what feels like 10 years, and I know it's not been that long, and you've been at it longer than I
Yeah.
have.
It's
But
been a matter of
what a
months.
fucking dick!
I
What
mean,
an
I'm
knobhead.
I'm stupid. I'll admit that, but he's damn stupid.
You see, you might not be the smartest of the sharpest tool, but you are fairly wise.
I would agree.
You have your moments of alacrity, and this one.
I know the sharp
is-
end and the blunt end and which way to point him, Gromman. That's
It's
about
very, very much
my
a
knowledge.
Only
he
after
sees what he
stabbing
wants.
yourself several times.
we
Aye,
don't
well,
mention
you
that.
learn somehow, don't you? Come on, let's
Wisdom
go
of
and
the sword,
find
isn't it?
find that good pub.
Let's find
Right,
this
what
pub.
what time are we on?
You are just past lunch, I should imagine now.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm feeling hungry. I'd like to find a jeweler on the way,
Today.
Okay.
and then I feel we should find
are we
lodgings,
gonna,
and then I feel we spread around town and meet our patrons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna go our separate ways and just do some?
Well, let's
Do some odd
get a
jobs.
base of operations first.
Yeah,
I was
all right.
thinking would it be good for us all to go to like a shrine for each of the, because the gods obviously appear to be
Yeah,
here
no,
now.
aye.
Would it not be a good idea for us to each go to our specific
I feel
Yeah.
that
god
once,
and try and
once we've gone
pray,
and taken
talk?
out lodgings and taken the entire
No.
best lodgings in town, then we should go and find our
Something did
gods.
twig in me when you were talking about the relic being used. So I thought, there's the cave. You know the cave with the drawings of us in.
Oh my!
Now, see if we can.
You've told
I
me
think-
about this.
I think you can look at a place when you scry. So I think if we could scry and see if that exists, and see these drawings,
that's a
that might
good
be
call.
something. And
We
then
could
also,
go back there.
with the place where we got the relic, we could check to see if that exists. And
Yeah.
it might not be a ruins; it might be a thriving metropolis of some
Well,
sort
I mean,
of
this
something we
is
don't know
supposed to
about.
be a ruin. Aye, so
Did we not get an updated
Actually,
map in the library?
yes,
Of the
he
nation,
nicked
yes.
it. Yeah. I'm just gonna pop my head back into.
Well,
the
no,
room
you made a
where-
copy. Meridian made a
Oh
copy.
yeah, you did. You made a copy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna pop my head back in and ask, why this city? This city was in ruins. In our
This
world.
city is the capital of Hatheria.
So,
Obviously
but
was
it
the old
exists.
capital of Hatheria long before the many wars with Alzidura.
Ah. Okay.
That makes sense.
Leave the room. There we are.
Okay.
Just thanks. He was
Um,
useful. You never believe it. It was fucking
I'm-
useful. Straight answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna. We just stood outside
Don't
the door
burn
of
the place down, please.
of the office. No, I am just gonna quickly stick my head through the door and cast firebolt at the curtains. I'm just gonna set fire at the curtains. Just because I'm pissed off. Just a little bit of mindless violence. Just a little bit of fucking.
Yeah, on your way out.
gratuitous. Yeah, I'm just gonna set fire at the curtains.
All right, you can do that. At which point you hear, as you're walking away, lots of booker. Guards.
Fucking expensive curtains as well. I hope they were from Dunelm Milne. I hope he fucking suffers.
I
Brilliant.
love that you're showing a thing there by suggesting that Dunelm Mill is really expensive curtains. And that there aren't places
For my
that do,
household,
like £600
No,
curtains
for my
that none of us
household.
can dream of.
from my household, if the wife comes home and says, "Oh, B&Q have got some lovely curtains," I'm like, "Fucking yes." If she goes,
Fucking Dunelm.
but then we went to Dunelm, I was like, "Oh, fuck you know." I've got a lot of windows.
So, where's your first port of call?
I would like to
Base of
go.
operations.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, to the inn. Let's all go to the inn first of
Let's
all.
Fair
get
enough,
ourselves an inn. And if we pass any jewellery shops, or in fact any shops on the way, I suggest we use this letter he's given us to try our luck and see that the crown will fund anything we fucking show them.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
So you
The bar isn't the best option for that. I'm sorry. How long have we been out fighting?
I mean,
Have we got,
if
uh,
I can get a dozen 300 gold diamonds on the crown,
Oh yeah,
I'd be
right,
fucking
fair
delighted,
enough,
alright?
Or
Yeah.
I don't know, health potions, or
Whatever.
Or a bottle
at
of
this point,
brandy.
although,
scrolls.
So anyway, he directs you to the higher end of the city of Ansridge, and you start heading in that
Oh, I thought it was
direction.
called Ansridge.
Ansridge, and you
Oh, did I
you
get
very
any clothes, mate?
no, because you've
No,
not
we
been
don't-
anywhere.
No. Yeah, that's on the way next.
If you want to go to a shop, you do what you want.
We'll stop
But
at
no,
Primark.
you
We'll go to the inn and we'll ask them to bring a tailor. It's fine.
Primani.
yeah, you and
intimidated,
the
definitely.
buildings in this region start very clearly getting bigger and grander, and to the point where they start. You think they might be getting a bit too big for the average person. So, but then there are still sort of occasional stores, shops, and then inns as well. So, there is an inn. It is quite simply the Red Bull. Red Bull. Red Bull.
And now we all have a flying speed of 60.
But yeah, so then which seems alright. It's it's nothing. It's fancy compared to a lot of other places. You can keep looking, or whatever you want to do. It's sizable.
Yeah,
we just.
We've been sleeping on
They
the
must
fucking
have
floor for
concierge.
weeks.
Yeah.
When was
let's
the
go
last
get
time we
something.
slept in a bed?
Oh no, we'll be fucked. First night's going to be wasted. You'll be trying to get used to the fucking feathers. It'll be a nightmare.
I'm sleeping on the floor. I don't care. I'm getting drunk. I'm sleeping on the floor.
Well, let's just let's get some food first, and then let's get some stuff done before we go on a bender.
Fair enough. So
Let's
you
go
going in?
benders. Woohoo!
Did we see any big grand churches to any of our gods on our way through this? Nice
Every sector of the city has temples dotted all over the place. Yeah. Some bigger than us, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like we need a local guide. I feel like we need a local guide, guys. Someone who's
let's go and
better than we do.
There must be somebody in the inn.
Speak at the bar and let's see what kind of concierge they've got. This place looks like it's quite fancy.
Sure. You go in. Inside is in fact quite fancy. You look in. All of the tables and chairs, all made from an excellent hardwood, all varnished, which you wouldn't ever have expected from a rough and tumble local tavern you normally frequent. And has a lovely long bar with all sorts of liquors stacked behind on the shelves. And you...
I can't remember the last time we set foot in one of these tavern.
I don't think you've ever set one in like this one. But not quite as fancy. But yeah, it clearly has off to the left of the bar, there are stairs leading upstairs. And to the side, there's doors into a kitchen area.
Is there someone manning the bar?
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonably busy. There are plenty of people dotted around on tables, some small groups chatting. As soon as you kind of walk in, you get occasional person glancing up, especially from Cadell's, the monstrosity that he is, that walking in. You tend to cast a long shadow across the room. Which,
Not
yeah,
to mention the fact
you always
I'm just
draw attention.
wearing
Yeah.
a flag as a flag.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, look at him. But yeah, but they put their heads back to their own conversations that they were in. But there a lot of people are eating as well. It's that kind of time of day.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of the there's a couple of people tending the bar, and one of them who's just kind of giving the bar a wipe is like, afternoon to you. Can I do you fine folk for?
we need a table, we need drinks, we need food.
We need your best lodgings for all of us, and the king will pay. And I show him the letter of marque is signed.
Oh, will he now? He looks at it. He immediately holds it up to the light, and it is in fact a watermarked paper. And he's like, oh. And then reads it. It's like, oh, right, you are then. Well, these stairs here, upstairs, all yours.
Well,
How
would you,
many nights do you need
be able-
that for?
oh, indefinite.
Oh,
Indefinite
right, you
for
are.
now. It's a royal charter, don't you worry about that.
Well,
Can we,
yeah, I can see that.
Do you have a good concierge service? My friend here is a noble, but he's been in a rough journey with me and my companions, and I feel we need to find a good tailor to come and measure him for some suitable attire.
Thank you, suitable attire.
Standing.
Well,
You beat me. You literally beat me to it.
it's we don't often get requests for a tailor, but I'm sure we'll be able to sort something out. Don't you worry.
Once again,
Thank you, sir.
it's all on the king's bill.
Well, we'll make sure it is.
Now, if I may just take our mark back, thank you, sir. We will be flashing that at you later on, I'm sure. But don't you worry. Send the bill in this direction, and we will pass it on to the king.
Okay. And there is a section on there. He does fill out a section on it. It's like it will be like there's a bit where it says that it'd be paid for when lodgings and food are at. Fills it in. Yeah. It's just like yo. It's like we'll make sure that the tailor's been costed through us and then through to yourselves, so it all goes on the coffers.
Absolutely.
And
Again,
add, like, 50% on.
anything you can do for this, if you can cost it through and maybe add 10% on for yourself for any local tradespeople.
Of course.
Or, we're in the market for some fine diamonds. We're in the market for any interesting magic items. And I know. Look, it's some of us are a mystical persuasion, and they do help with our magics. So we're quite interested in whatever you can help us acquire, and obviously, if it's not yourself who's the manager, we'll put in a very good word for.
No, I run the place. No, don't worry.
Oh, do you? Well, it's a lovely venue. We think it's great. Absolutely marvelous.
Don't forget,
don't you worry.
We'll commission.
Yeah. Well,
hey, Sally. Don't your cousin know some people for jewels and the like? And he's talking to the other bar lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah. Well, I can get in touch with me if you like. Oh yeah, please do. As soon as you can. In fact, as soon as the rush dies down, you can go and ask. Yeah, like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
The barman's always the best person to talk to. Always.
No, everybody.
Sniffs a gold coin here or two, hasn't he?
But he'll know everyone and everywhere.
I will chuck him one of my own gold as well by way of thanks and say, I know he's going to pay for everything, but it don't feel right. Someone as yourself just having to wait for it. So thank you very much for your understanding.
That's much appreciated, because it might be a little while before we can wrangle that off the council.
Oh, tell me about it. We'll make sure it all comes good, though.
Right. Food. Pick yourself a table. And we'll get you something up right away. We're talking alcohol, or are we on the... not the time being here? We having a sniff?
Don't be stupid, man.
Couple of bottles for the group, I feel. This one here, pointing to Meridian, he might need a stiff double brandy to start the things off.
I was just about to order a double brandy.
He's had some
sad
news, and he's really struggling to process. So.
Well, my condolences, and reaches straight for the top shelf, and he goes like, "Hey, I'll take that with you in a couple of glasses."
Weirdly, any of do we recognise any of the like ales and stuff? Is it all any of it named the same? Just blind curiosity.
No, it's nothing that's no, because it's completely different timeline. Yeah. It's completely different. There are some which are obviously a different heritage. There's some that are dwarven. Because he's got several pumps as well, which
I'll have a gnomish finest. Yeah.
Gnomish.
I was going to say I'd go for the dwarvish.
I was going to say he pulls you like what is like a third of a pint. It's like there you go. This is your gnomish.
This mountain of a man.
I'll have 2 more of these, please.
Yeah, it is as beers go, it's quite fruity, and
18%.
yeah, quite strong. Yeah.
While he's pouring it, I'll be like, say, I've got the symbol of Odors on my shield, I think.
It is, yeah.
Pretty big. I say this, the god, Odor. Does he
Oh,
have
yeah.
a main temple here? Is there a big one?
There are plenty temples hereabouts, but there's what's locally known as religious districts, which has all your main temples in there.
That close by?
Well, not as such. Maybe an hour or so.
Well,
We'll eat first.
I mean, the day is young. Let's get food in us. Let's get clean, and then we'll make some visits.
I wasn't
Just
going to say.
a little bit of local knowledge. Would you recommend
Sorry,
anyone?
my displacer cape has acted up.
Look at the beauty.
No.
So recommending someone
yeah.
to.
And would you know of any decent specialist shops we could look at? There must be famous people around here who do.
You're
certain
making
items.
it sound shady, Cadell. You're
know,
making
yeah.
it sound like you're looking for some
He
sex shop.
leans across the table like
One or both.
specialists, eh? What
Weapons,
specialists
armor,
in?
magical items.
Oh, weapons. Right. Okay.
Fake farts? What?
Gimp master.
Well, there's not a lot of need for weaponsmiths for the general public.
Oh, shit.
Are they not those who adventure beyond?
I'm sure
into
there's
the wilderness?
plenty of guilds. Probably some of the dwarven guilds might be able to help you out with some things, but not my area of expertise, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So, would you know of any guilds in the city? I mean, is there?
There's loads.
Is there
loads of guilds.
is there adventurers guilds? Is the
Well,
the dwarves,
there's-
the gnomes.
Not adventurers as such, but they refer to themselves as explorers guilds. They're nothing much more than hobbyists, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But there is an explorers guild.
Oh,
Why I went so
yeah.
high pitched there. Breaking my voice again. Oh, an explorers guild. That's Miguel's new voice. He's suddenly got his balls gone back inside.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is, but depends what you're wanting out of them. I'm not sure how much help they're going to be. Pretty much laughed at by a lot of the other guilds, you know.
Aye.
Oh,
Still.
they might be worth talking to, guys.
They absolutely might be worth talking to. They could be the proper nerds. They're
Yeah,
the people we want to talk to right now.
the nerd theorists.
Well, let's go and find the nerds and see what theories they've got. Self-promotion in character.
It's fucking canon now. They exist.
That's it. Done.
Probably sat making models or painting or some shit.
On a map they
rolling
built
dice.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bringing out any fucking videos.
I was going to say
anytime
really
soon.
slowly
No,
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
While this is going on, Meridian would like to pour himself a double brandy and neck it.
Yeah.
I assume the rest of the group are quite merrily drinking and chatting and being.
Yeah, they've
Waiting
all
for
got
food.
various drinks, and you're sat there with a bottle and a glass.
Um,
Oh, I'm getting hungry now.
Meridian doesn't leave the bar, so when everyone else goes and sits down, Meridian stays at the bar, just chatting shit to the barman and drinking his brandy.
Meridian, go and sit down.
Yeah, it's in a minute, Cadell. I'm just enjoying socializing with someone other than you.
Aw,
And he
take that
turns
personally,
back.
thank you.
Meridian is going to cast minor illusion cantrip and create a copy of himself, albeit slightly shorter, obviously, because he can only do 5 foot. So Meridian is stooped at the bar, and then he's going to neck his double, and he's going to attempt to stealth out of the building.
Okay, sure. Whilst you're talking, are you letting the barman who you're talking to know this? Is what you're doing?
Yes. Oh, actually, yeah. I'm gonna slide a gold over the bar and just say, if any of my compadres ask, I've gone to my room, and I'm gonna slide a gold over to to the barman.
Well, he leans over whilst you're just having a conversation. It's like, well, if you want to slip out, there's a trapdoor behind the bar. Cellar, there's an outside hatch.
Excellent. So yeah, I'll cast Minor Illusion to create a copy of myself, and I'll stealth around the bar.
By all means, make a stealth check.
Stealth is good, I believe. +5. 15.
Beats my passive.
Cadell, you just notice something, but you're not sure what. But then as you're glancing up, you see a bit of something, but then you see Meridian slumped against the bar. And the barman's still there, leaning up to him.
Meanwhile, Thunder's doing shots in remembrance to every person that he's ever known. He's like, "It's not my mother," and he's like crying, and then doing these shots and like fucking deeply.
Desperately trying to push 2 tables together, but every time he tries, the barman comes down and goes, "Fuck off, sit down." Do I make it? So do I make it outside?
I do feel like if I'd noticed something, I would investigate further.
By all means, if you want to step away from the group, that's fine. Or if you're drinking and being merry with the group and leaving Meridian to it.
Well, I did ask him to come. I did ask him to come to the table, so I'm gonna.
But in the meantime, Meridian has disappeared under the hatch.
Yeah.
So that I'm gonna go up.
Illusion is. Hang on. Is it a concentration or does it just? It only lasts for a minute.
There you go. It's enough for you to have disappeared, and then the barman's then walked away doing his other bits and pieces, and then as Cadell, as you start walking up to Meridian, is the image of him just dissipates.
And then I turn around, guys, he's done it again.
I will very quickly, once I realise that he's vanished, cast a message cantrip. And just a quick.
Does message need to know what direction he's in?
Oh no, I have to point. Yeah, never mind. I have to point the finger towards a creature within range, and I don't know that. So I will fire it off out of the door.
Thinking you know that's because that's the only exit you know of.
That's exactly. So I'll be like, it's gone that way. All right. So hey, are you all right?
You cast the spell. It's gone. Meridian doesn't hear anything because it was not in his direction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stomp outside and just have a look down the street.
Once I get outside, I will do my best to disappear into the crowd.
Yeah, well, the hatch access to the cellar's on the rear of the building. So, yeah, Cadell stomps out front. You have a look up and down the street. Yeah. You don't see much of any shady fuckers lurking about, because they would stand up.
I'll come back in, sit down at the table and gone, I'm eating, I'm hungry.
Yeah. By the time you come back in, there's a random assortment of breads, cheeses, and meats.
I was about to say, looks like we're going off to our temples on our own, but after meats and cheeses.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, because they've not prepared any special meals as such. They've just got a lot of freshly cooked breads and cheeses and meats and whatever they've cooked that day. And
place this fancy. I was expecting like some sort of like spit roasted boar. You know, like come on.
Oh, no, there's great. It's really nice meats. Don't get me wrong. It's freshly cooked. Everything's fresh and really top quality. But it's not a prepared full meal as such.
I really want a cheese board now.
I was going to say, Meridian, as he gets outside the inn, just stops for a second and goes, "Oh, fucking cheese."
Is it an ideal time, do we think, to go get a snack?
It's probably a good time to actually call it now. You can always tell at the point in any kind of roleplay session you're doing when everybody needs a break, it's when you're thoroughly describing what you're eating. So
all of a sudden you're just like, ooh, just do with a little crunch.
But we'll be
garlic and herb cheese in the fridge, and I've got some crackers.
Well, we will be returning very shortly. So
5 minutes or so.
Yeah, 5 or so minutes. So stay with us, and we will find out whatever these idiots are going to get up to next.
Yeah, and don't just go and make a cup of tea yet. Have a look, because we've got a load of thumbnails coming up of other videos we've done that you most likely haven't watched.
We'll have some lovely thumbnails going on of our other videos. So have a perusal whilst you're making. Yeah, we've got a new intermission scene. There you go.
I have gone through the whole range of different transitions from one picture to another in DaVinci Resolve for this video. There's all sorts of radial wipes going on.
Right, well, we'll return shortly.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Tom, is that your dad telling you to watch your language?
No, that's the telling Dave to watch his language.
He's telling me off.
Yeah. Right, back soon. Hello and welcome back again. Thank you for sticking with us. So we are back, and so where we left off, Meridian had slunk away and missed out on a cheese bot. So
I was so upset.
So
as character, so upset.
Where are you heading?
Within our travels, am I aware of the food shops, butchers, greengrocers, bakers?
Hey, they've passed a few. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I make a beeline for a butcher's, please?
Yep, absolutely. Yep, that's no problem at all.
Have a butcher's at a butcher's.
Yeah, you managed to find a reasonably butcher's. It's not too far away, and then yeah, you walk in. It's fairly quiet. They were looking at closing up for the day. To be honest, they close early afternoon.
What sort of stock are we looking at? How much have they got in the window and whatnot?
Well, it's pretty well stocked. To be honest, they've got all sorts of cooked meats, as well as you can order. There's that sign saying you can order whole cuts if you wanted. But generally, what they have at this kind of late part of the day is whatever's left of like they have a certain amount of baked goods in, like some pork pies and stuff.
Excellent.
Oh, love that. I'd eat pork pie.
Good afternoon, sir.
Stop the food talk.
Let's not beat around the bush. I have some faces to feed. How much would it cost me to clear you out for the evening?
Faces to feed, what, ready cooked or
Everything. Whatever you have.
Oh, okay. Bear with me. We'll just tot it up. He heads into the back, has a quick count up, and then I'm just going to try and do some of the quick maths. So yeah, it comes back out as, oh well, for I don't know, let's say 100 gold, and you can have. We've got best part of 2 whole pigs in the back.
Excellent.
And whatever's left of us baked goods for that, if you want.
Fantastic. That's
We were
the
closing
deal.
up
Thank
anyway.
very
You may
much.
as well have it.
Can we pop it in some sacks?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Still got the sacks that came in.
With plenty
Excellent.
of salt.
Yeah. So they wrap it all up. Hand it to you. Well, do you need these delivering anywhere?
No. I'll take it with me now. Thank you very much.
Oh. Okay, as you were. Hand you 2 whole, huge pigs in sacks.
Can I carry it? Is it enough?
You
am I
cannot
capable?
carry it at all.
Okay.
It's in the size of a massive pig. Right?
Yeah, pigs are.
Can I
One would feed a wedding, you know.
You need a cart or something.
oh shit!
Spell
Right.
here.
Yeah. Can I just do one? Can I just say to the guy behind the counter? I've got a member of my staff coming down to meet me here with a cart. You couldn't just help me drag this out onto the street, could you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? He helps you out with it out onto the street. Like, all right. Well, thank you very much for your business.
No worries. Good evening. Are there any sort of alleyways or anything around the building that I can see? Any sort of?
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, not directly next to it, but like next one down. There's plenty of alleyways here and there. You can.
Excellent. Can I just sort
stick
of
your head
drag me meat?
very slowly drag it across the floor.
Slowly
Yeah.
drag meat, and then cast. Now, did we say it was 4th level to cast my?
It was third. Third.
Was it 3rd? Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. Right. Okay. So yes, I shall cast 3rd level then. Teleportation back to the pocket dimension.
Okay.
I was really worried we were going to make them all starve, so I'm quite happy you've decided to go and
Yeah,
feed them.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Takes.
But obviously, it's Meridian. I'm not going to let you people know that I'm a nice person. I'm going to fuck off and do it quietly.
Yeah. You can cast that. It takes a minute to do it, but that's no problem. You cast it. You have what was a dark alleyway is lit by glowing runes of a teleportation circle, and you and your pigs and baked goods disappear.
Okie dokie. Now, how many? As it's just me on my own, how many can I bring back?
Probably self and another 8, I think it was.
Now, just to say, what you'll be teleporting back to
The
the
office.
room that's like
Yeah.
a 40-minute walk away from
Yeah.
the guys.
Yes, this is going to be a long-winded excursion.
It wasn't a massive walk away that is gone. It was like only like a 10-minute walk away from the tavern.
No, we're
Oh, right, I
talking
thought we
about
did,
how
'cause
far
the
the
whole-
office
the whole
is
tower and-
from
I was gonna say,
the
the
fort.
office
Oh, I
is
see.
like
No, that
down a
jaunt was
massive,
quite
like-
far. Yes, no, you're right.
Yeah,
It
there's
is.
like
a
2.5 miles,
staircase.
isn't it? That's-
Yes.
it's-
Just roll them down the staircase like.
I just tell them to come
No,
down.
they can get their own fucking food. I'm not carrying that bullshit.
They'll be nicely mashed.
Tenderized.
Yeah.
I think the word is.
It's
So
that's
I
the word I was
shall-
looking for, tenderised.
Teleport back to ex-daddy's office.
Yep. Yeah.
And-
You appear back in the stone teleportation room.
I'll drag the meat into the actual office itself.
In
and
the
then I'll
office or
leave
the workshop?
The office was where the office where the stairs were that led
No,
down.
there was the office on one side that just had a balcony overlooking the
Oh,
lava
sorry,
lake,
yes,
and
yes.
then there was the workshop, and then a door on the other side to the stairs.
Yeah. So I'll drag the food into the workshop, but then I'll leave it there and I'll make my way down the stairs and back to the fort itself.
Sure. Yeah. You leave the meat up there. Are you taking the handful of pork pies with you?
I'm taking fuck all. They can find their own.
All right, fair enough.
They're
Really want a
lucky,
pot
they're
pie
lucky-
now?
One for the
they're
road.
lucky I even came back. I will eat one of the pork pies.
All right, fair enough.
Really
Yeah, on your way down,
pie.
on the way down the stairs. So yeah, you.
What's it like? Describe it, Tom. Is it a good pork pie?
It's wonderful. It's lovely
still-
and
is it
moist.
still
It's still
warm?
crumbly. It's just that slightest little bit warm, and the jelly's not quite fully solidified, and it's lovely. It's just
Oh,
you get a little bit of
described it
grease
like
down your
City
chin,
Greens.
dribble
Seriously,
down.
right, the next, Gaz,
Just
next
as a
time
side
you, next
note,
time you,
has anyone else been to Melton Mowbray? Because I've been to Melton Mowbray and I've had a pork pie from a baker's in Melton Mowbray that was still warm, and I still think about it to this day. It
Gaz,
was one of the-
Gaz,
Sorry.
next time you're near Whitby, you got to go through Russup and you've got to go to Jackson's Butchers in
Yeah.
Russup.
Oh,
They're
As,
all
we're
pies.
doing advertisements for companies that we are not
fucking
affiliated
amazing.
with. we
And
have
if
no
Jackson-
direct affiliation.
Jackson's
Oh,
Butchers,
oh,
if you would like to
available.
send any
Money.
baked goods to the Nerd
Give it to us.
Theory,
Yeah, we'd
I'm-
happily.
100%
we need a
hands
PO
down.
box.
We do.
Hot pies
In Leeds.
in Russup are the fucking bomb. But yeah,
So
sorry.
anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, you managed to make it back down across the long bridge, across the lake of lava, to the fort itself, and yeah, still there, greeted by some smashed indoors or smashed outdoors, as it were, and yeah, again, a few handful of guards which are there, just never expecting anybody to come back. Are there half asleep, half on guard, and it's like, oh, it's you again. Oh, that's great. Where's our captain?
Gentlemen, your captain is back in.
I assume the captain and the guards are with us at this point still. We took them out, or have they just...
Yeah,
been with
yeah.
us?
No, they're having drinks with you,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it's tough to explain, but the world that you left isn't the world that we will return to. Things have changed.
But there's a world.
There is a world.
That's not as bad as you made it out to be. That's great.
It's not. It's a double-edged sword. Cromwell Leeturn has changed the world that you know.
Oh,
Things are different now. On the face of it, it is beautiful. Cromwell is now the king. Everybody is prosperous and things seem wonderful. There are dwarves, there are gnomes, there is
we're gonna live with it.
harmony. Alzidura has been wiped off the face of the earth. However, there is.
Cheers from the back. Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
we won.
there is a
We're going home, lads.
large.
where's the
Horde.
bad news coming?
You know what? Don't worry about it.
Sounds
Right,
good to me.
so
Right,
we're going
I
home
fucking
then, yeah?
hate dwarves.
So yes, everything's lovely, everything's great. Now I can't
Fantastic.
take you all in
Oh,
one
okay.
go. So if you would all like to draw straws, I can take 8 able-bodied men back with me now. If the rest of you would like to go up the stairs to the workshop, there are pigs and there is meat and there are baked
nice.
goods and
Oh.
there is plenty of food.
Oh, we've not had fresh
Last
meat in
Christmas.
ages.
Well, there's plenty up there to tide the rest of you over until I can come back for you. So please draw straws, and the 8 winners, please come with me, and we shall return back to
All
the
right.
world.
Well, yeah, there's like 4 people there, and then at one point there's this one person who just kind of appears from down a corridor. I was like, yeah. Oh, you're all right, gents. Oh, you're back. Oh, great. Oh, jeez. Are you here to take us back? Yeah.
Yes. Like I was just telling your friends, I can only take certain amount of you back in one go. So 8 of you can come back with me now, and then I shall return in the next hour or so and take the rest of you back as best I can. It may take a day, possibly 2, but I will return you all back to the real.
Oh, yeah, great stuff. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, well, me and Dave have just been, we've just finished feeding the prisoners. Where is Dave? And then the guy you're talking to is like, you out of breath? I'm like, oh, well, I suppose I must have run back, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing down here. I'm supposed to be upstairs.
Hey, what the fuck's going on? Can I do some sort of magical check? Something's not right here.
And you went on your own.
Well, I didn't think things were going to go tits up, did I, Cadell? You're not here. Shut up.
What kind of check are you wanting to do?
Can I do what's the magical school that changes things? Something's changed.
Transmutation.
Yeah,
Transmutation.
transmutation. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I do some sort of?
What?
Can I try and
Illusion
sense?
is the one that charms people, I think. Enchant.
Yeah, transmutation is very much
Well,
like
I mean,
one thing
my
to another,
my,
and summoning
my,
and
my
Physical changes
instinct,
like polymorph and stuff.
my Meridian's instinct will be that the female prisoner has done something to this guard. So whatever Meridian is sensing that she's done, it will be that. I want to check that this guy's mind hasn't been changed.
And how are you going to do that?
With magic, Tom.
Yeah,
Fucking
wow.
magic.
What are you doing to do that?
Can I do? Yeah, can I try and sense?
Insight, surely, isn't it, at this point?
Yeah, fucking insight. Insight check.
Do an insight check.
I'll do an insight check. What's an insight check? Well, there's fucking numbers. Insight +1. 13.
13. He's clearly slightly perplexed. Like he's a little bit confused. He seemed absolutely fine when he first got here, but then as soon as they were asking him like, why are you here? What you been doing? He clearly started getting a bit more confused and perplexed, like he's not sure what was entirely happening.
Right, I'm not taking him. So to him, I shall say, so were you guarding the prison? Were you one of the guards guarding the prisoners?
No. Me and Dave just went up to feed, give them the rations like we do every day.
Okay, no problem. If you would just pop back to the cells, check on Dave, make sure the prisoners are okay.
Oh, me and Dave left. We both left together.
And where is Dave now?
I don't know.
Okay, so pop back to the cells. See if you can find Dave. There's a good chap.
But who? All right, sure.
Who's Dave?
Yeah, he went back. He starts disappearing back down the corridor again.
Okay, can I get 8 other guards together and fuck off?
Sure. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, we can gather some people up. Drawing straws, you say? We can do that. Sure. Yeah. So then he spends a little bit of time gathering people up and explaining the situation that only so many people can go back. And then, yeah. Then he, the other guard that you sent away whilst all this has been communicated comes back, and he's clearly out of breath again. And he's like, oh God, right. Oh, what are we all doing here? Sorry. Oh, Ross, right, you were getting us to leave, weren't you? Yeah, right, okay, sure. Let's go.
Right. Fucking hell. Bible. I know, it's so tempting. Oh shit. I am going to shit my pants.
It's not going to help me in this situation.
I mean,
No.
I keep him away from you.
It's like roll an intimidation check.
I'm gonna.
What will you do about it?
Oh,
What
I
you
don't
doing?
know what the.
No. Well,
I'm gonna fucking.
Just break his mic.
Just gonna run
Yeah.
back and
Yeah,
leave
a
the food
little
and get out of there.
I'm going to attempt to just try and leave with the 8 soldiers that I've already got. I'm going to ignore him coming back, and I'm going to attempt to just start crossing the bridge with the other 8 soldiers and see what happens.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, so they all kind of are organising themselves to draw straws and this, that, and the other. He's joining in, drawing straws, and he does not get a short straw. He does not get the straw to go with you.
Excellent.
So, well, yeah. So then he sees loads of people. He's like, oh, that's right. You wanted me to go back and check on Dave, didn't you? Sorry, he's there. Look, he's there, part of the crowd. He's here. He's all right.
Is he?
Can
Not that.
Meridian now turn to
Your
one of the other
parents are dead.
soldiers who isn't Dave?
Mhm.
Can Meridian turn to one of the other soldiers and just say, "Do you recognise Dave?"
Then, yes, Dave.
And you know,
Yeah,
and you,
we've been stuck in this place for a long time. Yeah, we all know each other.
and the guy that went to find Dave, you know him too.
Yeah.
Very well. Okay, yeah, we'll start heading back.
Yep, and
In
then
fact, no, actually, fucking no. No. Boys, you head up. Do you know where Trevelyan's office is?
oh yeah, we know where it is.
Yeah.
The only
Head up
place you can
there.
go across this bridge.
Yeah. Head up there. There's a door into the workshop. If you go in, you'll see a glowing circle on the floor. Just wait there for me. I just need to check something.
Oh,
And
right you are.
Meridian is going to sprint down to the cells to see if both prisoners are still where they should be.
Okay, you which one are you going to first? Because they're in different locations. One in
Fucking Clarissa.
Yeah.
All right, you go to Clarissa's cells and cell, but she's practically got a section of cells all to herself.
Suite to herself.
Effectively. And you get to her cell. Door is open. The room is splattered with blood and bits of remains of lumps of flesh and things on the floor, and no sign of Clarissa.
Fucking went on your own.
I will now make my way back to the teleportation circle.
Okay. You make your way back. There are 8 people sat waiting, and there are a few extra people there as well. You passed along the way lugging pigs down the stairs. The tight squeeze shuffling past these people with pigs, but yeah. But yeah, you make it. There's 8 people sat waiting for you.
Excellent. I shall stand in the middle of the circle, and I shall say to everybody, okay, so this, I don't know if you've ever been part of a teleportation ritual before, but this circle is my casting circle, so it's very powerful arcane magic. I shall stand in the middle of the circle. I need all of you to stand outside of the circle, because inside the circle is where all the power is. If any of you cross into the circle, you will be evaporated. If you stand on the border of the circle just outside, I shall cast the spell and you will then be transported, but please be aware I can only take 8 of you at a time. Like I say, I'll be back soon. Pick the rest of you up over the next day or two. I'll bring you all back into the real world, but there's enough food here to last you for a good few days, and everything will be fine. So if you could just make your way outside the circle, and we'll
they all
start the
look
ritual.
confused, like, okay, so they stand outside of the circle as you start casting. Yep.
And I shall fuck off without any of
And then you've gone, leaving them behind.
Excellent.
Well, if any of them survive, they're not trusting you.
Well, I don't fucking trust them, because one of those
Clarissa left.
one of those fuckers is Clarissa, so I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call, to be fair.
Once
Their
I,
own game of Among Us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once I get back to the
Dave
alleyway,
is
I
sus.
shall. Yeah. I'll head back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah.
How long's he been? I imagine he's been a while.
Oh, yeah, he's been about 3 hours, near enough.
Yeah, I only wanted to eat, and then I was gonna suggest we head out to go our individual ways to our gods.
Yeah,
temples.
let's say you
Don't
spent maybe
bullshit
about
me. You've
an
got a
hour
bar
of
with
drinking
free booze.
food.
You haven't gone fucking anywhere, you
I'm
fucking
more
liars.
interested in speaking to a god.
We haven't found
little
we
tipsy.
haven't been in a tavern for months, and we've got a free bar. You haven't gone anywhere.
To be fair, I'm with Meridian on this one. Like, we probably would just settle in the inn, have a drink, have food, have a rest, and then get at it tomorrow.
You've got to meet with your tailor.
That temple will still be there in the morning.
Yeah, I have as us all as a party through everything we've been through.
Yeah.
We've got into a really nice inn. We're sat around a table all together, having a drink, having something to eat. The chances are, after 1 pint, it'll turn into 2. Then it'll turn into 3. Then it'll turn into 4. Then it'll turn into banter, and Thunder will play a song.
Drinking games.
We'll all
and then
dance
as we
in,
say-
and, like,
As we say back in London,
With Captain
well,
Pemberton.
I'll be arm wrestling someone in the corner for gold. You know, like.
as we say back in London, you will have got the flavour.
Yeah. I imagine that's how the
flavour for
night
it,
would
mate.
play out. Like, Meridian will turn back up and we'll all be that pissed that we're just like, hey, he's back, hey!
Hey, I went out for a wee. Where have you been?
I feel personally that's how the night would play out.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
an
in my-
unreasonable suggestion, to be fair.
So
In my
Meridian
head, I was
will
eating
just.
and then be like, I'm going to the temple and getting an answer.
But did that actually happen or not? That's entirely up to you whether your character stayed and drank with
I think
Del.
after a few drinks and then me and you were getting into a little like
No,
messing
I
about.
was going to the temple. As soon
Honestly,
as-
when
as
Hector
soon as I
gets
had a
something into
chance.
his head, he's a single-minded beast.
As soon as I had directions, it was only the food coming out that I was like, I'll eat and then I'm going.
Yeah, you had a drink with food, so you're not
Yeah.
you're not drunk or anything, so you head off out with taking the directions, and everybody else staying there? Is anybody else going with him?
I would go to my own house.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're going home.
Okay.
I'm going home.
Okay. Which
Daddy's not happy.
do
Daddy
you
is
do
not
you
happy.
I guess me
You
and Grom sat
know-
here playing poker then.
an
I asked for, like, a
approximate?
carriage. Like a carriage or something to
Poker?
take.
You don't want to play poker against me.
That's fine. You can do that. Being one of the major noble houses,
And then on the wall,
you
telling
can
me what's in
just
your cards.
demand a coach to take you
I'm wrestling you
to
instead.
the Lord Graydon residence, and they will take you. That is fine. You chronologically will arrive at the Graydon residence long before Hector gets to the religious sector on foot. So yeah, the carriage pulls up and takes a silver from you for the journey. And yeah, you step out into they've drawn up a long driveway, a relatively long compared to the surrounding city, because it is still within the city but a little bit further out.
Yeah.
And it pulls up to a little kind of like fountain where the carriage can then pull around to then turn round and go back out.
You flouncy bastards.
And in front of what is a mansion, and you step out and approach a heavy-set wooden door. You do?
I just open the door and walk in.
Yeah, you go for the handle. It opens. And you walk in, and you're immediately met by a butler. It's like, Miss Helena, good to see you again. Would you be having your usual room?
Actually, I'm staying somewhere else for the night. I'm just here to see my father.
As you wish. Shall I notify him of your arrival?
Yes, please.
As you wish. And he scoots off to one side and goes and fetches him. And a little later on, your father arrives. And then, at least you actually came home this time.
Yes, father. What was it?
Leading that Cadell fella astray, I see.
You're a couple!
Well, we lead each other.
What, you returning home, your money run out again?
No, I'm doing quite well, actually.
Oh, it's. Too late now.
Well, at least your mother will be pleased to see you.
Yes, how is mother?
Always worried sick for how much you disappear all the time.
Of course, father.
How old is Helena?
Well, it's
Helena,
relatively.
how old Helena
yeah.
is.
Well, in her 20s or something? That's how I imagine her,
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
Gutted. You fucking move out.
Still tied to the family name, though. But yeah, well, then why have you returned? Can't imagine you've been keeping up with your studies.
I have been following some studies.
So I still haven't said why you're here. We barely see you anymore.
I just wanted to see how you were, family. How the council is getting along with your plans.
With our plans. The council, as boring as droll as ever. A place I'd liked you to have at least taken some sort of interest in, but God forbid you take any responsibility for yourself. Well, your mother's in a study if you want her. He turns to walk away.
Father sounds like an asshole.
This is the moment that Sam appears and says, Helena, we need you to get your father to like you before you can leap.
That's Al. But yes.
Here is Al.
Oh, did I say Sam?
Yeah.
Sorry. Fuck.
Oh.
Geeks.
Putting right things that once went wrong.
Yes, I've been thrown out from nerd school for getting the name.
Oh.
Again.
Still got all the box set down there. Hang on.
Have you seen the new one? Oh.
No, I've refused. But anyway.
It's right, that got cancelled anyway.
That's going,
Helena,
going off on a tangent. Then.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
He's walking away with him.
24, Dad. Fuck off.
I'm gonna wander towards where study would be. If it's the same layout.
It's not the same layout. It's a completely different city from the one you left, let alone the same building. Yeah, you have.
Jeffrey, where's the study?
Yeah, as soon as your father fully disappears, the butler reappears again. It's like, all in all, it's lovely to see you again, Lady Helena.
Could
Is
you
there
lead
anything?
me to where my mother is?
Of course, Mom. And leads you away, and gently knocks on a door. It's like, my lady, Miss Helena, to see you. And she immediately, she was writing something, she immediately drops what she's doing and darts over straight past the butler and just embraces you. And it's like, my dear Helena, I've missed you so.
Mummy?
He just embraces you and it's like, come, you just tell us everything you've been up to. Of course, you don't have to, but let's catch up. And you don't have to roleplay all of that if you don't want.
Little bits and that I've met new friends and.
Yeah. Okay.
And then...
Meanwhile, Hector, you a good trek across the city. I'll say you get there relatively easily. Occasionally stop to ask a passerby. It's the middle of the day, there's plenty of people knocking around. Directions again if you just get yourself turned about, but you get there easily. Yeah, exactly. It's like
where this is going in the right direction.
Yeah, and you easily get there, and you get to a region where you can tell why it gets its nickname. It's not officially called the religious sector, but it's just dubbed that because it has huge, great big temples. Each one bigger than the last, and there are multiple for each god. There's not just one here and there. It's like, for some strange reason, rather than building onto the existing one, they went, oh, well, let's just build a bigger one a little bit further down the road.
And they're all, there's the 5.
Like competing with each other, going, oh, we can't have Baldur's temple being bigger than ours. Let's build a bigger one next door.
And there is only, I only see the symbols to the 5.
Yes.
On there. Yeah, there's no others.
On the main street, which is one you're walking down, is the only ones you see,
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll look for the biggest one for Horde.
Yeah. I mean, they're all still in active use.
Yeah.
You walk in. It's
always best.
huge
I still think
stone.
it
It's
may
what
be the
Cadell keeps telling people. And you find this huge. It's like it doesn't even have doors on the front of it. The doors would be far too cumbersome to be practical. They've not even bothered with doors. You can just walk freely through the front, and it's spectacularly ornate. You know full well that you've kind of seen similar designs in how to make massive halls when you visited the Grommune. And you know full well that humans would never have been able to have made halls this big without dwarves. And as soon as you're thinking that, looking around, you do see a mingle of humans and dwarves and gnomes, but not as many gnomes, but in this kind of sector at the moment. But just all mingled around. Some are sat having a quiet moment to themselves on a pew, or there are some just having a little conversation to themselves very quietly off to one corner, knowing full well that if they raised their voices, it would carry in this space.
I'll quietly make my way forward. Is there any sort of acolytes, important temple-y looking person?
There's a
Priests?
few.
Priests?
There's a few
High
people who are
priests?
very much in kind of robes with the symbol etched into the back of these robes. And he just seems to be doing general maintenance, sweeping up, replacing candles that have completely burnt out and things like that. And you approach him, and he immediately recognises your shield, and is like, welcome, fellow follower.
Thank you. Yes.
Not a face I've seen here before. Mind you, there's plenty temples here.
You probably wouldn't have done. This is Odur's temple. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Do you have is there a high priest to Odur? Someone.
There is.
Big communion.
There is, absolutely, yes. We do hold regular communions. I'm afraid you've missed today's. But by all means, would you like me to introduce you to the High Priest?
Oh yes, please, yes.
Well, if you
I've
wouldn't
travelled
mind
a fair
waiting out here, and
distance.
I will go and bring him.
Oh, by all means, yes. Yeah.
Sure. And he disappears off down this down the side. There's like a doorway with like red curtains across it, and he just kind of darts his way behind. And after a little while, he re-emerges with an elderly gentleman with almost identical robes on, and he gestures in your direction. He's like nods to him and clearly thanking him, and the acolyte just goes about his business. And the elderly priest, who he believes in his 70s somewhere, and he makes his way over to you. It's like,
I can easily take it. Good.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Just
You say that.
don't do an
You
alley
say
and knock
that
him out and steal his
now.
clothes.
You thought that about Lord Binmire, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll close the distance. That's not
Yeah, he's like slowly making his way towards you.
Yeah, I'll approach. Go out to greet him. Well met, High Priest.
Greetings, traveller. Yes, my name is Lord Priest Darvan.
Darvan. I am Hector Sharpbrow. It's a pleasure to meet
well,
you.
Well met.
So, I don't know a lot about this god, Odeur. But I was hoping.
Beg my pardon, that surprises us, bearing you're representing his crest upon your shield.
Well, I was gifted it by maybe Odeur. I don't know. I need some information about.
He's clearly looks surprised. Where he's like, "Oh, by all means, come. Let us discuss."
Okay.
And he takes you behind the curtained doorway into a small corridor, then to a little back office, basically, where a small space where you can see he's got a small simple goblet of a drink out and a simple meal that is clearly just finished. And it's like, oh, please excuse the mess. Please take a seat, please do. And then he gestures to a bench, and then he sits. He doesn't sit behind his desk. He comes and sits next to you upon this bench, and it's like, this is very surprising and wonderful. I'm trying to not be skeptical, by all means. So I'm eager to find out the means, and please tell me everything.
He appeared in a sort of vision and said, "Follow the path. Stay the course of what you're doing." And he bestowed this gift of the shield, which has helped me greatly, but he didn't give me any more information. And have you ever had communion with the god himself? Has he ever made contact?
I have not been so blessed, and nor have I ever been known anybody who has, though I do recall there being texts of people who have been contacted before.
Have you got
certainly
these texts?
Not in my lifetime. I do not have them here. I would have to. We may have a copy somewhere. We'll have to dig them out. I'm sorry, I would not be able to put my hands on them straight away.
Have you ever seen a relic like the shield? There's never not seen one.
Not at all.
Sorts.
May I?
Yes, please. By all means, take a
And
look.
he takes it from you with reverence and looks upon it and like almost caresses and feels the etchings of the symbol upon the front of it. It's like, I know not of craftsmanship, of weapons or armour. But you say it served you well, yet there's not a dint upon it.
There is not, and it has seen some action, I can assure you.
Then this shield must surely be blessed, and so are you. I'm honoured for you to have come to me and spoken to me. Thank you.
It does this sort of thing, and I'll say loose and light it up, and...
Just...
Sorry, I should have warned you. Sorry.
He's an old guy. He just fucking blinded.
Yeah, his eyes just adjust for a moment, and he's like,
I'm sorry for that.
And that's truly amazing.
It's quite something. So
that truly is the blessing of Odor.
I believe so. So how long you reckon to get your hands on these texts?
Oh, maybe if you come back tomorrow, maybe I will be able to, at the very least, find a copy.
Okay. All right. Well, in the meantime, is there like an absolute holy place, like the holiest place in this temple, where I could maybe try and make a communion with Oder himself?
There's a more private space, whether it's more holy or not than any other in this temple is for you to decide, but it is at the very least private for you to
Okay.
attempt your communion.
All right, take me there. We'll give it a shot.
Okay. He leads you back into the main hallway, and then leads you kind of behind the back of the altar, which is front and centre, and behind which there is another door. Again, similarly, have a clothed curtains to just get your way past, but it's situated in a way that you can't see it for the altar if you were within the hall itself. And he leads you within and leads you into a hexagonal room, and in the middle is a font of water in the middle that you assume is holy water. And it says, here, I will ensure that you will not be disturbed.
Thank you, High Priest. Pray for me.
He gives you a little bow and leaves you to it.
Okay. Alright. Gonna get the shield.
Okay.
Put it on the font.
Mhm.
Get a bit of holy water on it, and I'll say loose and light it up, and then what's that sort of? I don't know. Maybe I'll kneel.
Okay.
Pray. Put my hands together. Okay, Mr. Oder. That's your name. We got your name. You told us, you sent us on this path, and this path has seemingly committed genocide. I need answers. Please, just anything, any sign. I don't know what you've sent us here. We've done what we've asked. We
You,
need guidance.
as you kneel there, begin asking, then begging, then demanding answers. The water upon your shield, which is emitting this light across this room, your words echo around it, and as it does, the water upon the top of your shield begins to create a rippling effect of light around the room, and then just emitting from out of the light, it seems, a voice speaks to you, saying, you did follow the path that was out before you, and it's led to exactly what we wanted of you. You did oh so well. You're all... And then it fades away.
Oh, you fucking dickhead.
I honestly thought you were just going to laugh in his face again. Just ripples,
Basically,
just goes. Then that's it, gone.
Oh, fuck. Just screaming mighty fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you shout that, and then you can tell, I think you shouting that, the commotion that you could faintly hear in the background in the main hall kind of just goes quiet.
You just shouted fucking church.
And yeah, then the high priest is like,
He's heading.
are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Just give me.
Walking, it's still very bright. And,
I've just climaxed, it's fine.
In your water.
Sorry.
Excuse the milky white bits. It's fine.
Sorry, I should have. Sorry.
I'm
just
just
ruined
Oh, duh. I'm gonna need more than that.
Yeah, nothing else.
Alright. With my shield. Head out, I guess.
Sure. You head your way out, and start making your way back round. High Priest bids you farewell.
Yes, yeah, I'll say.
And
I'll be back tomorrow for.
Of course,
we'll look through the old text.
Myself and the other priests here will do our best to try and locate them for you. And
I did hear word from him. He has declared me champion. Told me to do his bidding.
The champion of Hatheria.
Hey, I don't really like the title. I'm not one for them, but
never have I known there to be one. You can tell he sounds somewhat
doing.
skeptical.
I'm
by all
skeptical
means,
as well.
make a deception check.
13.
Yeah. He's saying yes, but his tone's very much like a yeah, sure. Okay, we'll find you those texts, and we'll see you tomorrow.
High Priest.
Hector, was it?
Champion, Hector. Champion. Of Hatheria.
Mr. Sharp.
Yeah.
Champion.
Champion. And I'll make my way.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you get a lot of odd looks as you're walking out. Like, strange guy in full armor, this black plate mail and a shining shield of Hatheria.
Turned it off yet?
Weird tape just making like illusions and stuff.
Strange, like this and that. Yeah. Yeah. You you just leave, and you're just heading back.
At what time of day is it?
It's
evening by now? Mid-afternoon,
I'd say late afternoon. Yeah. By the time you've walked down there, had your conversations, done your prayer, and then started to head your way back, sun's starting to get low now.
Like 6, 7, 8.
I needed to check
Maybe
the
not
library,
quite
but
that,
It can
but-
wait. It can wait.
Because they only
till
just
the
had
morning.
your lunch before you set off.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
lunch,
thought it was
wasn't
early.
So
It was early afternoon when you
mid-afternoon.
set off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were like,
So yeah, I'd probably say you're 4 or 5ish.
I'd probably
Because if it
swing
was
by
6,
to
the
see-
sun is down by that point.
I'd swing by to the library to see if it's open, but
They're probably not by this point.
no, that's fine. Then after that, I will circle back round to the
Okay.
tavern.
What was the tavern called? Did we get a name for the tavern?
Red Bull.
Yeah, the Red Bull.
Yes.
Oh, the Red Bull.
I was going to
sorry.
tell him a different one. Send him somewhere else. The Rusty Harpoon.
Yeah, Meridian bowls up to the Monster Energy, completely confused.
At which point, like, where me and Grom are like a few pints in at this point with Thunder. Thunder's like playing a tune on the table. There's people around.
Legless, like completely. After
Yeah.
getting shot for shot for every person that he knew.
He
Yeah.
started shotting at the bar, didn't he?
Like Grom's attempting to arm wrestle Cadell with like 5 other people, while drinking.
So yeah, so
rebels.
chronologically, Meridian made it back first.
Mm-hmm.
Then, depending on how long Helena's going to be staying with Mother Dearest.
I just tell her a few bits and then, like, I'll leave her to fight
Okay.
Typical
I'll
teenager.
see you
Just
later.
gives the details of the weekend that you think are sanitized enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then giving you a hug goodbye, she's like, "Don't stay away too long again, please."
I won't. Don't worry about me.
Well, I do. Gives you a kiss on the forehead and bids you farewell.
I'm gonna go cry.
When Meridian gets back to the bar, he'd like to pull Grom to one side for a chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do what I think you did, you fucking numpty?
I did, yes. And
For fuck's sake, I'd have come with you.
yeah, I know you would, Grom, but I can only bring a certain amount of people forwards and backwards. So you coming back with me would mean one less soldier being able to be saved. But we have a bigger problem.
There's fucking weird prisoners there. Don't tell me something's gone wrong.
There's fucking weird prisoners, yes.
Oh, shit.
So Clarissa, it appears, is exactly what we expected her to be. When I got back there, I took food. They have food. They should be fine for a good while now. But I suggested that 8 of them come back with me, and one of them, the one that was supposedly guarding the prisoners, was not right. I tried to wean what sort of arcana was being cast upon him, and I couldn't pick anything up, but he was not right. He was forgetting things. He was tripping over his own words. He just was all over the place. So I suggested that they go and meet me at the teleportation circle. I ran back to the cells, and Clarissa was nowhere to be seen, and the cell was fucking carnage. There was blood, there was bones, there was hair. It was... So I gave them some bullshit about them standing outside of the circle, and I came back by myself. They were all still there.
Dumb bastards.
They
Right.
can't... Until we know who is who, they cannot be trusted. Now, they have food. They will survive, but...
Well, the only issue now is you've shown them where the way in is. So, this, whatever it is, bearing in mind this was an anti-magic cell. It was, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Tom. Yeah.
The
This
cell,
is
yeah.
anti-magic, so there's no mysterious craft, no arcane craft going on in there. This is something that's natural.
Or something so unbelievably powerful, it can override the whatever the thing they have. Now, my magic is fucking powerful, and I couldn't cast a spell down there. So
Well, I mean-
either this is a hideously powerful magical creature, or it's just some big monstrous dickhead that can just crush people with their own hands.
Well, I think something with natural talent seems more likely, considering that they got it in there. But no one can remember how it got in there. None of the people there.
No one
Which
has
is
any
always
knowledge.
a worry.
Cromwell doesn't have any knowledge of it. The captain doesn't have any knowledge of it. The soldier himself that was just there, it seemed to just completely evaporate from his brain. If we need to go back there, we go back there in full force.
Let's kill it.
How is Meridian's knowledge of it? How well is he explaining it?
It's pretty
Like
well.
clear head. Sounds like he's recalling everything accurately.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Fair enough.
for the amount of food that I took back, how long have I given those soldiers, food-wise?
I mean, it depends what that thing eats,
I
doesn't
mean,
it?
realistically, 2 whole hogs. I mean, if it's kept well
Nice.
and with cooked meat, I mean, realistically, you've got a couple of
For
weeks.
25
warm.
soldiers and
It's
2
fucking
prisoners.
warm in there. It's hot. They've got no way to refrigerate it. They're surrounded by lava.
Lava.
So
I don't think
That's true.
I don't think food's their issue now.
No, I think we'll
I
probably get
think
back
that
to the
something's going to eat them before.
Yeah.
They are now food, and that
I'm
is
not
the issue.
entirely.
Let's go kill it. Let's go kill it.
Yeah.
That's the later
If we
phase
do it,
problem.
we might have to do it without telling the good captain. She'll want to come back.
Oh, we need the backup.
We don't need the backup. Like, we don't take fodder.
Nah, she's got to be all right. She's got to be at least like level 8 or something. I mean,
What's level 8? How do you quantify this level 8 you're talking about?
well, she's a
what
captain. We're level 10. She's a captain. She's
No,
When did you decide we
Pemberton's
were level
daughter.
10? What is this level you're
Cadell,
talking
we're in
about?
character, Cadell. You're not making any sense.
Sorry.
Is
Sorry.
this something you military people do? They ain't got a rank, so you give them a level. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
We're not
Seniority.
numbers, we're free men.
If she's a captain, she's got to be able to handle herself. So she should surely have some decent military.
Well,
training
you say
as
that,
a
but I
captain.
mean, this was Hatheria. It was never about talent. It was all about who you knew.
Daddy
Yes,
was-
in
Daddy
in
was-
one instance, you're right. It is a lot of the old Hathan military structures,
Yeah.
especially officers, were often bought the commissions.
Yeah.
But even though it's possibly happened with the Pemberton name, but she is a big lass. Her arms are.
Formidable.
Yeah, her
You
arms
can't
are.
refer to a lady as a big lass.
She's a
Yeah,
big
big
lass.
lass.
She could give
He's-
Cadell
he's
a
packing.
decent arm wrestle. You know.
Well, why is she not involved in what we were doing earlier? God, you see, we forgot about this. Should have invited her in.
Making cakes.
And look, we have to assume that everyone there is dead.
It's
Or
it's a
compromise.
terrible, terrible thing to say, but yes, with everything that is going on, we have to prioritize, and there is a horde of fucking horrible things heading this way, and I did my best. I went back, I tried, but there is a danger.
Did we check Dengal's office out in there? Or did we just check Lee
I
Tins
was
and leave?
gonna say that is literally what I was gonna say. Dengal's
Yeah,
office.
you did not know.
Because Dengal's office
Yeah.
is still the old
You take
Dengal's office.
You
Dengal
yeah,
did
yeah,
not
you ta-
know
yeah,
that this
yeah,
was happening.
you did not go
Yeah.
to Dengal's. No.
And it's
So I feel that there might be some information there of some form.
But if Leetern has been coerced by an otherworldly being that claims to be a god, and at the same time we come across this strange female supposed thief that has the capabilities of breaking out of a cell and killing God knows how many guards, is there a possibility that these are one and the same?
I mean,
Possibly, because I had a voice as well.
You heard...
yeah,
Sorry.
your voice tells you to do some weird fucking treacherous shit. We're still not entirely forgiving you for that.
You heard...
Yeah,
You
If it
heard a whoa, Cadell. Helena, sorry. You heard a voice
oh wait,
Yeah.
in there.
No, not in there. Before Cromwell did the big crystal magic, I heard a voice. To
And
let
you're
it
only
happen.
just feeling it necessary to share this.
Wasn't.
I'm assuming we're all in the conversation now. Like, you know, it started as you and
So
Rob
far,
got-
Yeah,
We're all-
it started
we're all
as a
sort of
small
the door
conversation.
telling
It
us
got
it's
a little
gone, isn't it?
heated, and
So-
is
and then
now
we've
drawn
all
other people in.
sort of joined in. Yeah, yeah.
Am I back yet?
Yes, sure.
You're not
With-
doing your best to ingratiate yourself in the group, Helena. You were a latecomer. We have bonded. The
I don't
person
know
you
what
turned
that
up
means.
with,
Really.
just Hector, just
takes a bit more than everyone else.
look at some pretty shiny things and just let the grown-ups talk. Helena,
He's always a quick comer.
you came to the group with someone that has been proven to
I
be a
understand now,
traitor.
It's true. You and Harul. I mean,
Hey.
It's time to
enough.
put your cards on the table. Your father, or whatever he is, seems to be a prize dickhead.
Yeah.
You
True.
have been keeping things from the group. If you are with us, now is the time to be with us.
Okay. Alright. I heard the voice the first time in the caves, we were traveling towards the Gromune.
Yeah, you were just leaving the Gromune. You were
Oh,
just resting
leaving, yeah.
inside the tunnels before deciding whether going underground or overground route, or wombling
Wombling
free.
free.
Everybody. Well done, everybody. Round of applause.
That's going to test the chat group as to age. There's going to be a split of what and yeah.
But yes, that was when you heard.
That's when I heard
And then
twice the first time. And then when Cromwell did the big magic, it told me to let it happen.
oh, don't forget the alleyway.
Oh, and yeah, when I went off.
Actually, Helena,
um,
now you think about it, that was a different voice.
Oh, oh, I'm very sorry.
Hearing all the voices.
The word
You're
you're
what?
looking for is schizophrenic, yes.
Possibly that. I feel like
He's got me there. I've just heard a
an
voice in
open
the temple.
beacon for otherworldly beings.
The fact
What
of the
was
matter is, Helena,
What was that, Hector?
They call me schizophrenic or whatever you said. I just heard a voice in the temple.
Was it a priest?
Guys, I think we might have been had here. I'm starting to be a bit dubious about God's intentions.
yeah, because
I mean, that
Cromwell
seems to have
heard a
been the
voice
case.
as well.
He seemed. I spoke to this Oder, and he sounded rather smug about the whole situation. Said, "Yes, you've executed our plan perfectly."
Yeah, that.
Something to that degree.
The way I see it is our backers, whatever you want to call them, have done very well out of this. They've got themselves followers. They've got temples.
Yeah, I
in
think
a monotheistic land, all of a sudden, they're very popular again.
maybe
and
they were
everyone-
like, maybe they were sealed away or something by the Alzidura, something like that, and getting rid of them's freedom. They were
Oh,
maybe
maybe
they were
that-
keeping them at bay, and well, we've done
Big
is just
shiny
released them.
fucking channeling crystal on top of the tower.
So-
Beacon or whatever it was.
It's the thing we've monumentally fucked up, and probably then was unaware that he fucked up as well.
Great
Well, that
big
wouldn't
bunch of
surprise me.
dupes.
That would not surprise me, judging from Leighton's.
okay, so can we all be in agreement that from now on, any voices we hear in our head, we just fucking ignore?
Oh no, we share.
Share, definitely
no.
share.
But
For sure.
as it stands, the voices that Helena have heard have pretty much fucked her over. The voices that Leanne have heard have pretty much fucked her over. The voices that Hector's heard has pretty much fucked him over. The voice that I heard in the cave gave me a pretty cape, but nothing else since.
And
I've had
can we agree on something else, Meridian?
very little from the one that inspired me, except
Yes,
he suggested it would be lovely to be free and having an adventure with friends.
Well, I like being free and having adventures with friends as well, but you
The
know,
next time you decide to fuck off on your own, could you not?
Why?
And, include the party.
both times I have fucked off on my own. I have found out things, and I have returned and told you. I am not dead. You are not dead. Things have worked out fine. Can I get
Luckily.
can I get another
Luckily.
Brandy.
double brandy, please, barman, on the king? Thank you.
Brandy and the
Look.
king.
This is unprecedented. I know I've made poor decisions, but this is unprecedented. There has never been an occasion where anyone has ever gone, oh, well, yes, I went off on an adventure, and then the fucking universe changed, and then all these monsters came, and the king was not the king, and my dad's not my dad. There's no fucking rules anymore. We
You're
do
right.
what we do. We make our decisions as we see fit. Right now...
So, in that exact same premise, we should all probably stick together.
Yes,
He's
okay.
not wrong. He's not
In-
wrong.
Yes. Now,
Oh,
as it happens,
High
going
Priest
back-
did say something. He's getting me
Hey,
some
what?
old text. He's getting me some old text together to look at tomorrow that has some information that might be useful.
I think that's lovely, but maybe we should come with you and help you read the big words.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest we do
Alright.
that and go check out
And
everybody else's temples.
Yeah,
old
let's get all the
text-
information one by one and build a picture.
an
We
old
could- we could-
text
we could
now
visit
is only
each
2
temple
days
together.
old.
No, an old text now is not only 2 days old. An old text now is hundreds of years old. Here.
Well, here, but there, it's
He said it's well before his time, and he was fucking ancient. So these are
yes,
old
but
shit.
but the day before yesterday, he wasn't ancient. He didn't exist.
No, but it goes both
But
ways.
he
It
did.
didn't just
But
change
we
it now.
didn't
It's
exist, Meridian. We didn't exist the day before yesterday.
Where,
I'll
Like,
where,
tell you
where,
one thing: the brandy here is a lot better than the brandy over there.
we're interlopers on this timeline. We're the anomalies.
We're interlopers now, are we, Hector? It's Cadell. I'm going to bed.
Hang on a
Meridian will
minute.
just slope off.
As Thunder used a scribe all today.
He has not.
My scribe hole.
Today.
I don't believe he has.
I feel like there should have been some
When
sort
was
of
the last time
monetary
you rested?
exchange. Because he's
believe
claimed that
it,
as his own.
It was before we got into the city, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Like, did you
didn't
use
use
it
it
when
at
we
all.
You
teleported?
used
into
it
the-
just before
You
you
used
went
it just-
into the pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension, and we haven't
We
rested.
did.
since,
You've
so
not had a long rest since. No, it's been a
No.
long day.
So this
Very,
is still the
very
same
long
day.
way.
Okay, all right.
Kinda.
So yeah, we have not then.
3 months
That's
long
okay.
at the moment.
We need
Just
to sleep.
Just before drunk Meridian goes upstairs to self-flagellate, I'm going to tap him on the shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration and cure the poison in him.
You are now sober.
Oh, you prick! Right, I'm gonna get halfway up the stairs, turn stone cold sober, and go, and turn around and walk back down to the bar.
And I'm going to put a hand out and slap him and say, take a small amount with you, but you'll sleep better, knowing full well that you're not shit-faced.
I have no urge to go to bed now, do I? So I might as well fucking stay. Double brandy, please, barman. And I'll come back down and join the party.
I have a word with the barman and attempt to cut him off after 2 more drinks.
I
Yeah,
can drink
he's
by order of the king.
he's nodding to Grom, going yes, okay, and then as soon as Grom turns his back, he's giving you a wink, going.
I'm gonna slip him a
Try and see
gold.
gold everywhere.
Hang on, I'm gonna slip him a gold.
Hey, this guy's making shit tons of money out of us.
Yeah.
So that's all he wants.
Is
He
there,
can give too much.
The ultimate enabler.
is
So
there
I
any
could do the
bar
restoration
games?
4 more times, chaps.
Is there any bar games or card games that are new to us, that haven't existed in our timeline?
Oh yeah.
You're trying to make me invent
Yeah, I mean,
bar
like,
games off the
realistically,
top
I
of my
don't think we
head.
Realistically, I don't think we can get into like new age poker or
Um,
like a
Dragon-
new version of backgammon or
What's it
something.
called?
Like we,
There's Dragon Chess, and what's the...
There's a wonderful game called Rollies
over there. It's got
Dragon Chess, three card
Rollies.
IT.
Rollies.
Rollies. Well, that's
There's
it.
table curling.
I
next time we'll do an entire
Oh,
episode.
there's
of us
that
all
really
just playing
great
one
little
game.
game with like a little circle on a little chain,
Oh,
and then you have to
get it-
fling
Oh,
it round
yeah.
and get it on the hook,
yeah,
and then
that's
you move the
a great
shot
game.
close to the next person. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Right, well, Hector's found that, and he's giving it a good go.
For the Ballad of Thero Marigold, I invented a game called Bogan
Oh.
that we never played.
Oh,
Isn't that just an Australian term, bogan?
what's
Bogan.
Have I got
Bogan?
that wrong?
That seems familiar to me for some reason. The word bogan.
Is it? Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a dice game that I created. For,
But anywho's,
yeah. Anyway,
are you
It's
then
an
just
Australian, New
having?
Zealand term for someone who's considered unrefined or unsophisticated in their speech, clothing, attitude, and
There you
behaviour?
Oh, beat me to it. Fuck's sake.
So yeah,
was
so you're
good,
just having a bit of merriment for the rest of the night before,
Oh,
Crashing.
fucking A, mate.
or is there any other conversations or things you want to do?
I'm gonna go up to Cadell and tap him on the shoulder, like, I think we might be together in this universe.
Well,
Like that. Well,
you could do worse.
when in Rome.
How many people are in this bar?
Now, into the evening, because you got there. Say you originally got there shortly after lunch, as people were kind of finishing their lunches. So it was a little bit busy with people eating, and then people kind of left again, and it was kind of quiet throughout the afternoon. But it started to pick up as the evening went on, and there must be a good 30-40 people in this bar. It's quite a big bar.
Oh, excellent. Well,
Rowdy bunch.
as I've still got a lot of
You
spell
are.
slots. Just for shits and giggles.
Did my tailor ever turn up?
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
Ah,
Oh well, just for shits and giggles, because I've still got loads of spell slots. Meridian's going to mingle around the bar, and the most obnoxious dickhead that he can come across is going to polymorph into a pig. Just for shits and giggles. I've got loads of 4-level slots left. I've got to turn him into a pig, and then I'm going to slap him on his arse and send him running around the bar.
Drunken people with power. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Squeal, boy, squeal.
No, at this point he's mostly sober.
Oh, he's not. Oh no. He's
Oh,
playing
he's very
catch
quickly
up.
got back.
out
Yeah.
in the lesser
The
restoration.
king's paying.
Yeah. And the
He's
barman
got his
kept you
second wind.
topped up. There you go.
Basically, you've done where you sneak off and have that little
Tactical
strategic
chunder.
vom, yeah.
Chunder.
You've done that for me. I've come back down. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock and I'm sober again. Let's start again. And then I've turned dickhead into a pig, slapped him on his ass, and
Yeah.
I'm basically just chasing him around, flicking him on the bollocks, making him really angry.
So you had a tactical restoration, and then you're back at
Yeah.
it. So
See this and cast polymorph on Meridian.
Oh, no! Oh, mint. Right, I'm going to
There's
become
two
a pig,
pigs.
and I'm going to start chasing the other pig around the
Oh
bar.
no, pig on pig action. No, it's going a bit too far. It's just going a bit too far.
no,
Oh, no, I'm not going to have sex with it. I'm just chasing it.
just
Rom's gonna.
yeah, but the other
just-
one, knowing full well that what you did, because you don't lose your mind. There's
Massively.
because it's a polymorph, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, yeah,
Your
you still
intelligence
kind
becomes-
of of that level of intelligence, but you're still you, but of that level of intelligence. So it,
Are we going to have a pig fight?
Yeah, he's completely fighting.
Right back.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
do I have to roll for initiative?
Yeah.
Roll for initiative.
Go for it.
The pig.
Yeah, get in.
Oh,
Pig fight.
fucking pig fight.
18.
Hang on.
Hector will start taking bets on pigs.
Big.
Oh, what a great
he's-
evening.
He's fully interrupted it. He was mid
Trying to
dragon fight.
Trying to get pig.
Story. Regaling everybody with the time we killed a dragon. Tell as many
5E
patrons as he can.
Big stats.
Embellishing
Yeah,
the size
exactly
of
what
the
I'm
dragon
doing.
that was killed.
Pig. There we go.
Pig. Animal.
Oh, there's
Okay.
boar.
No.
Have you got a pig?
Pig. I
Where's
just put
pig?
5e pig. Pig. Boop.
Oh, there we
Anywho's,
go. D&D wiki. Yeah.
Dex
Got
is
it.
+2, so you can add +2 to your initiative roll.
Oh, what? What website are you
that was
on?
a natural 20 on their initiative roll. Well, whatever it is, I'm just going to use this
I've
one.
got pig small beast unlined.
Yeah, or from 5esrd.com.
I'm a class 12, 4 hit
Oh
points.
yeah.
But anyway,
Oh yeah, it's got +2 to its dex.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
plus
they
the
got
next-
a nat 20, given a total of 22 for initiative.
Ah, yeah, fuck there.
Oh,
So,
right. 16 for me then.
yeah, alright. So, slam attack, +2 to hit.
+2 to hit.
Oh,
One
look at that.
D4.
That's 21 to hit with your armor class of 12, so yes.
That definitely hits.
Doing 1d4 bludgeoning.
One D4 bludgeoning.
If I can get my d4 out my tray. Oh, 4. Great roll.
Oh,
There you
he's
go.
dead. He's gone.
There you go. You are down in the
He's
first. You are
knocked out.
straight back to being Meridian straight away.
Fucking hell.
You got nutted by a pig and
Yeah. Teeth
Right.
round
as I
your
turn
neck,
back
and then
into
you
Meridian,
just back into Meridian.
I'm gonna just kick the fucking pig.
All right, make a strike, unarmed strike.
5.
What did this session turn into?
You fail to
we
damage
saved
the
the
pig.
bar.
I completely missed the pig.
Yeah, you're still quite drunk, and you're trying to kick the pig.
Just walk over to him and go, time for bed, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
even the barman's
I know.
kind of going, can we like cut this out now,
Yeah.
like, because
And I
these
look
are
at you,
these are my
shoot him a
patrons.
black look like I fucking told you.
As I walk up the stairs, I uncast polymorph and turn him back into a dickhead.
Yeah, he gets back up and like staggers. Now he's back on 2 feet again. It's like, you
Hey, what a fight though.
dickhead. And then slumps back to the bar, knowing you're going slinking off upstairs. So, you all
Bedtime.
eventually call it a night, and you can all hit that long rest button to your personal
As I go
floor.
up, I'm gonna just have a quiet word to the air in my room before I go to sleep, saying, "You appeared to me in a dream before, or in your world now. Tell me what you want." And I'm just gonna go to sleep and,
Okay.
see if I get any dreams.
And on that, we'll call it a night. And we'll catch on that next time.
Yeah. Long rest.
And,
boy.
Yeah, find out what your next actions are going
was
to
ours.
be.
No answers, more questions.
Yeah, basically that's it.
It's-
That's the best. That's the best kind of D&D, though.
We've just had 3.5 hours of just more questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
nobody
Got some good
wants
roleplay.
answers, do they?
No.
Got
No,
to
it was
shout at
great.
Ethan,
You
which
don't
made me
want
feel
a
good.
session that ends
Strands
going,
of
well, I know
information
everything.
to follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, we just got some pig-on-pig action.
I got in a bar fight with a bloke as a pig with a pig. It was mint.
Yeah.
Doesn't get
And it
much
was
more D&D than
short-lived,
that,
which
does
was
it?
great.
No.
Brilliant session.
Hector just jizzed in some holy water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and
Not
the
canon.
Clarissa mystery continues.
Oh, that is some sort of terrifying beat. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's
Do you know?
glorious.
I
No, you don't.
genuinely
Oh,
thought.
yeah.
I genuinely thought I'm going to sneak off. I'm going to save them all. No one will know that I'm being nice. I'm just going to save them all, sneak back to the bar, get drunk, and everyone will be like, "Oh, what about them blokes?" Oh, don't worry about them. But no. Turns out there's some
no.
psychotic fucking weirdo magic cunt living in a
as you
cell.
said, as soon as you said I want a butcher's, I was like, I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. It's like,
Yes,
what's
you-
this weird? What's this weird spell that Meridian's got that needs?
You're going on your own.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
see,
Skin
the-
for his-
and the weird thing is that if any of my old London mates were watching, as soon as I said I want a butcher's, they'd be like, "Well, what's he looking
Well,
for?"
look at what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking
I'm
at.
having a butcher's.
That's why I said having a butcher's in a butcher's.
Yeah, I did have a butcher's and a butcher's.
Right,
I would-
That's
I
why I
was-
said you went
Do you
on
know
your own.
what?
Just
And
how
in
many
my
times
head-
do I have to? How many times do I have to tell this party to stick together? You know.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
like to go
Oh,
rogue.
No.
Where's the
Gaz,
fun in that?
Gaz knows. Gaz
Right,
knows
anyway,
to stick
listen,
together, but playing the
before
character,
we-
Meridian's a dickhead.
Before we descend into a bar brawl here, should we say goodbye to stream?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're
Thank
still
you
streaming, I
ever
forgot
so
about
much,
that.
and thank you so much for the viewers who stuck with us, and especially those who commented. Thank you ever so much. Especially,
Cheers, Dad.
I know my dad messaged on there. Thank you very much.
See you, David.
What is it? Dark Renamon VTube.
He has been testing my use of Google Translate, but it has been
I
good
was
to
going to
chat to you.
say you were
In
what was it,
some
French?
wonderful Spanish.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
Spanish?
Oh yeah,
Wonderful
but it is
Spanish.
nice for
But
everyone
yes,
to get involved. Ryan,
we
too,
we
further up.
welcome and everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I really hope you did enjoy it, and hope to catch you again next time and find out maybe a few more answers. Who knows? But you'll only know if you catch us next time. So just like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when we're live next time. Hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. We will see. But so, till then, take care.
Good night.
Bye.